Everyone, we are delighted to invite you all for today's event. I, Madhuri Devi Priya,
Richa George.
We are the students of MBA Business Analytics from Amity Business School, Haryana. Welcome you to the 18th International Conference on AI Revolution, Opportunities, Challenges, and the Path Forward. We are thrilled to have you join us today for this exciting event taking place on March 21st, 2025. This conference is a unique opportunity to connect with leading expert, industry pioneers, and passionate researchers who are shaping the future of artificial intelligence. Together, we will explore groundbreaking innovations, tackle pressing challenges, and discuss the transformative effects of AI across various industries. Now, I hand over session to Richa.
This conference is proudly hosted by MIT Business School, Gurugram, in collaboration with MIT Center for Artificial Intelligence and Robotics. Our mission is to foster collaboration, facilitate knowledge sharing, and collective shape the future of AI. We welcome our esteemed guest, Dr. Deepak Vansal, sir.
Section 6. You are joining section 6, huh? Yeah. But I cannot see you.
Dr. Vansal, sir, is a professor and dean in the area of finance at GIMS, Greater Noida. And he is the respected chairperson of the technical session. Dr. Deepak Bansal, a distinguished finance specialist with a PhD from Uttarakhand Technical University, Dehradun. His research focuses on venture capital financing and its implications for the Indian economy. With over 21 years of experience in academia, industry, and
I'm not able to do this because we haven't.
specializations in financial modeling, taxation policy, financial derivatives, and corporate restructuring. Dr. Bansal has made significant contribution to academic research and is dedicated to enhancing the quality of management education. We welcome you, sir. Now I hand over to Devi Priya.
We welcome our session co-chair, Dr. Himani Bharadwaj is an assistant professor in marketing and business analytics at Amity Business School, Amity University, Haryana. With a rich background in both academia and industry, she brings a practical experience as a data analyst and a marketer. Dr. Himani Bharadwaj holds a PhD in marketing and analytics and specializes in AI-driven marketing, predictive analysis, sustainable marketing, and consumer behavior analysis. She is actively engaged in teaching and research, contributing to the academic community through her work. We welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you.
We are also excited to showcase a series of featured paper presentations from our talented participants. The presenters have 7 minutes for their presentation and 3 minutes for their question and answer session. Let me introduce our first participant in this session. Nandini Maheshwari will present a thought-provoking review on Smart Safety Sentinel, focusing on real-time detection of vehicle accidents using machine learning.
Hi everyone. I'm extremely sorry to Professor Sandhya. I'm sick today, so instead of me, my colleague will present this paper, Ayush Kumar.
Hello everyone. Can I share the screen?
Yes, please. Share your presentation.
Is it visible?
No, we cannot see your PPT. Yeah. Your screen is visible. Yes.
First of all, good morning to everyone. I am Ayush Kumar and I am presenting today along with my teammate Nandini Maheshwari from MIT Meerut. So our project Smart Safety Sentinel is a real-time vehicle accident fire detection with automated emergency response using machine learning. Um, as we know, road accidents and fire hazards are major threats to public safety. Traditionally, surveillance systems rely on manual monitoring, which often results in delayed response, lead to loss of life. So our project basically aims to solve this problem by leveraging artificial intelligence and machine learning to create an automated real-time detection and emergency alert system. So basically, the problem statement states that the current surveillance systems are reactive, detecting accident after they have occurred. So our system develops and needs for an automated AI-driven real-time safety solution, which presents. So basically, the literature review of our review paper or our PPT, project PPT, states that we have used certain YOLO-based models which are used for real-time traffic accident detection. We have worked or we have studied through YOLO V3 and V5, and we have concluded that YOLO V5 is more detection accuracy, have more detection accuracy and processing speed. So in the second part, we have studied various CNN models like ResNet, which is used for fire detection. And thirdly, we have used Mask RCN, which is used for motion anomaly detection. And fourthly, we have combined and studied that these by combining these multiple model enhances speed and accuracy. And for emergency alert system, we have studied and we used NLP based AI to automatically generate reports for the first responder. So the comparative analysis of this project PPT, we have concluded that YOLO V5 and YOLO NS achieve 94% accuracy in real-time accident detection, which is more than YOLO V3. And we have been working on it that we combined hybrid YOLO and CNN models to achieve 95% of the accuracy rate with the speed and accuracy. So I have to conclude that our project's Smart Safety Sentinel leverage advanced AI techniques to enhance real-time accident and fire detection by automating emergency responses. And for future improvement will make our system more efficient and scalable, closer to a safe and smart world. Thank you, ma'am.
Uh, Ayush,
Yes, sir.
am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are
Sir,
audible, sir.
you're audible, sir.
So, Ayush, can you briefly summarize the key takeaways of your research for the audience in large?
Sir, key take as in
So may I?
Yes, please.
So basically, this is our review paper. We are presenting our review paper in this, and we have studied different models. Uh, which model can detect accidents and fire more precisely? In which we have studied YOLO V3 model, YOLO NAS model, YOLO V5 model. We have seen that there are so many complications in detecting accidents and fire that the response is not very much taken by them. And we are dependent on manual work more. We are dependent on more on manual work rather than a human work, rather than automated work, which delayed our which delayed our I like to say which delayed our
Medical
I'm
services.
yeah, medical services, sorry to say, medical services. And many of our citizens have lost their life also for this. So we are concluding it at this only.
Uh, okay. So as you told that this model was not automated, so how did you ensure the reliability and validity of your results?
So these the paper I've discussed, YOLO V3 and YOLO V5, the model I discussed are already implanted, like already researched paper. We studied these paper, and on basis of those paper, we displayed our result. We do a comparative analysis of these paper describing YOLO V3 model, YOLO V5 model, RCNN model. I'm extremely sorry, and YOLO NAS model. And on the comparative analysis of these model, we are trying to make a model of YOLO using YOLO V11 so that we can apply both accident detection and fire detection in the same model, because I've seen different paper describing specifically either to fire detection or to an accident detection. We have combined both the model, and of course we also worked on the precision of that model. And there are a lot of models which do not include automated emergency responses also. We also trying to include this also in our project.
How do you think ST professionals can benefit from your study?
Sir, if government can help us implant our software in CCTVs, then yes, we can help at real-time analysis, because our video can take real-time analysis real-time videos.
Sir, we can decrease the accident rate and death rate.
Okay. Thank you, Nandini. Thank you. Dr. Himani, you would ask any question?
Yes, yes, sir. Nandini and
Ayush.
the boy Ayush, there is a suggestion for you people that the presentation which you have given, you have firstly not cited that whatever models you are considering right now are having what kind of model do they have in technical terms. I'm not talking about normal general terms, but in technical terms, you have not ensured
And
that
their
you have not
result,
it details.
I'm sorry, I couldn't get you. Sorry.
The models which you are saying we are doing a comparative analysis of the already existing models
Yes.
for the fire detection. Yes. So
Huh.
that has not been properly mentioned in your presentation. That what are the features of those model? What are they considering? What is the technical, build up of
accuracy.
that model that you have
Exactly.
not mentioned? And so in that way, it is incomplete. Yes. So I'm giving you a suggestion that you should have a proper. You should mention that what kind of the technical details about the particular models which you are considering, or which you are taking in your mind to develop your own model, to create your own model, which you are saying will be better than these which already exist. Yes. And one thing I want to ask that, have you developed any kind of a prototype or you are just in the first phase of researching that what all is existing in the market already?
Ma'am, we are currently working on it, and I won't say first phase because we are currently working on it. Most of the work is almost done, and we are just concluding it. By a month, we will
Not
conclude.
mentioned, so you have not mentioned, about your prototype, anything.
Yes.
Very general is your PPT and your approach of presentation. So it should have been more in detail, more of technical than being so much general. That is what I want to say to you. Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
ma'am. Okay.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for your insights on this research.
Thank
Now,
you.
I would like to invite Shagun Chauhan, who will explore the financial forecasting, its stock price prediction using time series analysis, providing insight into AI-based market trends.
Good afternoon. Good morning, everyone. From
Good
sharing my
morning.
screen. So I'm Shagun Sahan, and along with I've worked on this project with Disha Bansal and Shraddha, and we are from Meerut Institute of Engineering and Technology, and we are data science students. So in this, we have studied stock price prediction with different time series forecasting models, which I'm going to talk about. So, okay, so predicting stock price is really important because it helps people who are into investment. So it helps to make better decisions that they should invest in a particular stock or not. And there are two ways we can do this. So there are older statistical methods which use mathematics in it, and there are new AI-based techniques. So in this, we have used three particular models, which is ARIMA, which stands for Auto-Regressive Integrated Moving Averages, and LSTM, Long Short-Term Memory, and Random Forest. And our goal is to see how accurate they can predict stock prices and what their strengths and weaknesses are. So our main goal is to predict stock prices using these three models, ARIMA, LSTM, and Random Forest. And we want to see which one gives the most reliable results. And also we look at the strengths and weaknesses of each model to understand when and where we can use. So why stock market? So stock markets are always changing, and because of many factors like economy, even politics, global events, any pandemic. Since predicting stock is tough, and comparing different models help us figure out that which model works best for different market conditions. So, so we have studied work of different people, and this is what we concluded that ARIMA works well when when the stock prices follow a simple pattern and trend over time. That means that if the data is very much unpredictable or there is sudden clash, ARIMA fails. ARIMA cannot give good accuracy. And random forest is great at handling complex and messy data, but the thing is that random forest cannot consider time-based patterns, which is important in stock prices. And LSTM is very powerful for stock markets that change a lot because it learns from past prices and predicts future trends better than the other two. Now, why we have chosen these three models is because we want to dive into a particular domain. So ARIMA is specifically a statistical model which works on mathematics, and random forest is a machine learning model, which is not a time series model, and LSTM is more on modeling side, that is used deep learning behind it. And the methodology we have used is the data we took is from Yahoo Finance, and then we have done some pre-processing on it, and we have handled missing values and cleaned data, and done few feature engineering. We have created 2, 3 features and then removed the features which are not very important. And then the models, these three models we have used, ARIMA, LSTM, and random forest. And the matrices for evaluation, our model we have used is mean absolute error and root mean squared error. So I'll start with the ARIMA. ARIMA is a very old and popular method for predicting stock prices, and it looks at past prices to find patterns and trends, and works in 3 steps. That is auto-regression. It uses past prices to predict future prices, and integrated, it adjusts for trends in the data. And third is moving averages. It fixes any error in the prediction. ARIMA is great when stock prices move in a steady pattern, like in industries that don't change much, such as consumer goods. But if the stock prices suddenly go up and down, ARIMA struggles to make predictions. And the second model is LSTM. LSTM, which is long short-term memory. It is a deep learning model that helps predict prices by learning from past price patterns. But it is different from ARIMA, which uses simple math to find trends. LSTM is more advanced and uses neural networks and can recognize complicated patterns in stock prices. It is really good at handling sudden jumps and drops in prices, which ARIMA struggles with. LSTM is best for stocks that are very much unpredictable, like cryptocurrencies, where prices go up and down a lot in the short term. So cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, they have very unpredictable price movements. Their values can rise and fall drastically within minutes due to market sentiment or any news or economic events. So how LSTM is relevant in this case is it can recognize patterns in the past price movement and learn from them. The neural network is working behind it. They understand the patterns when it was going up and down and understand the sudden movement. And it understood long-term dependency, meaning it remembered important past trends while making future predictions. And unlike traditional models, ARIMA, which assume a fixed pattern, LSTM adapts to the unpredictable and highly volatile nature of cryptocurrency. And the third is the random forest. And random forest works differently from ARIMA and LSTM because it does not depend on time. Because time series data is completely dependent upon the time, but random forest is different. It instead of looking at the past prices over time, it looks at different factors like how well a company is performing and the market trends and their financial reports. It works by creating a small decision trees and combining the results to make better predictions. And to improve its accuracy, we use a method called grid search, which helps us find the best number of trees and the right depth for each tree. And this model is useful when stock prices are influenced by the things like company profit, news, or any economic conditions rather than just past prices. Let's say we want to predict if a company's stock will go up and down after they release their financial report. Random forest will analyze details like revenue, expenses to make a prediction. And for evaluation, we have used these two, mean absolute error. This tells us how far, on average, our prediction from the stock prices. And a lower mean absolute error means the better accuracy our model is providing. And root mean square, this also measures error, but it gives more importance to the bigger mistake. What it does, it just square the error, and because if the error is much higher, it will
move. Yes.
It will get amplified, and we can, so this highlights the bigger mistake, and a lower root mean square error means the model makes fewer big errors. And here's the comparative analysis. So ARIMA works well when stock prices are stable, and its strength is for short term. It's useful for short term, and it struggles when market fluctuates a lot. And LSTM strength is captures complex dependencies. If the fluctuation is there and there's too much fluctuation, LSTM works very well. But the thing is, because it is working on neural networks, it is computationally expensive. So we cannot run this model at normal on normal computer. And random forest, it is feature driven. That means it is more dependent upon the different color rather than of time. And from an observation, I can say ARIMA works well when stock prices are stable and follows a clear pattern. But when there are sudden changes like market crash, ARIMA struggles to keep up, and machine LSTM is great at recognizing patterns, and random forest good at picking factors, important factors. And the conclusion is we can say if the data is linear and there is no fluctuation, there is ARIMA we can use. And if there is a lot of fluctuation, we can use LSTM. And if we are dealing with, if we don't want to consider time, we can use random forest. And in future scope, we can use hybrid models instead of relying on just one method. We can combine statistical model like ARIMA with ML models, which is LSTM and random, and this can help balance strengths and weaknesses, leading to a better prediction. And second, what we can do is right now models we use, but the factors we are considering, if we consider other factors such as inflation rates or company earnings, so we can also make better predictions. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. Nice presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. My question to you is that financial data is often noisy and volatile. So how does LSTM handle such uncertainty compared to other models?
The LSTM works on different layers like neural networks. There are so many networks working behind it. So what happens is it gets trained again and again, again and again on the data, and we can, if it is based on neural network, we can train it on the same data again and again, and it can understand the patterns which it is observing, and it can give better results than others which are just solely depend upon like maths or machine learning, simple machine learning.
Shagun, how does LSTM's ability to capture long-term dependencies improve financial forecasting accuracy?
What's the
How does LSTM's ability to capture long-term dependencies it improves financial forecasting accuracy? How?
well, because it can understand, like for example, in different seasons, like let's suppose summer and winter, there are few companies which are more active in summer and some are in winter. So what happened, because we have considered S&P 500, which is the combined stock prices of 500 top companies of America. So we have not focused on simple ones. So what we have done is we have understand the seasons, different seasons. That if in summer these companies are active, so stocks are going up, and so what it does, LSTM, to understand that in summer the stock goes up usually at this time, or in summer at this particular time, maybe in summer the cold drinks are at the peak, so that means these companies are working. So it can understand that in summer, especially in June, the stock goes up. So it can predict that these particular companies can be more profitable to invest in. So that's how it understands. And it repeatedly, because it is observing that how year basis how things are changing, it adapts to the changes and gives results.
Okay. So, have you used any performance metrics in this model?
Sir, I have used mean absolute error.
RMSC, MAP, Sharpe
And
ratio, anyone?
no, so what you have mentioned, third one?
Sharpe ratio.
No, sir. We have used like two, uh, two matrices. These are the two matrices.
So how can you say that your LSTM model compare with other deep learning models like there is GRU, there is transformer based architecture model for forecasting accuracy. So how does this model will be more compatible with other?
So in this research, we have only considered these three because we want to study that if we are using a statistical model and
Hmm.
a model which is completely different, which is random forest, it doesn't depend on
Hmm.
time series. And the third is deep learning model. So our objective was to study that in different using different models, how they react to the data.
Okay. So last question, have you considered incorporating external data sources like new sentiment analysis or social media trends to enhance forecasting accuracy in this particular field?
No, sir. For now, we have used the seasonality, season-wise how data changes,
Hmm.
and
Okay. So ultimately, uh, what type of loss function did you use? Why?
loss something we have used.
Is there any loss function for LSTM model? Because this
So
long short-term memory model is very important for getting this.
so we have used like mean squared errors for this, like mean absolute errors.
Uh, did you did you use any specific data pre-processing technique to improve the model's performance?
No, sir. We have used only feature engineering in which we have created two or three columns, and we have removed because the data we have took was has less errors in it. We have used from Yahoo Finance. So what happened is there are very less missing values. So I removed all the column rows which has missing values in it,
Hmm.
and I have done like two processing.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. Thank you. Premali?
So Shagun, have you started to work on this model? What are you, you have a team or you are alone doing this, developing this model? And what language are you using to develop this model?
so, ma'am, we are working in a group. We are a team of three people, and we have used Python language and its framework. Particularly, we have used scikit-learn, which already has models in it. So we have used Google Colab platform, it's an online platform, and what else we have asked.
O- Okay. So you have tested this model? Have you tested this? Is it developed or you are still in the phase of developing it?
Since we are doing it, we're still working on it. It was our final year project, so we'll be developing it till our uh, till the end of this year. Okay.
Okay, Shagun. Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your valuable presentation, Shagun.
Now I would like to call the third participant, Sudeep Narayan Banerjee will discuss about AI applications for biodiversity conservation through deep learning.
Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, yes, please continue. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Is my screen visible to all?
Yeah.
Is it visible to all?
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay. Sorry. So thank you so much for shortlisting me. And my name is Shudip Naran Banerjee. I'm associated with IIT Delhi. Right now, I'm researching on AI, ML, HPC, but for the purpose and the sake of this particular talk, I'll be focusing on the invasive plants and the weeds that are harmful for our farming and agricultural lands in India. So I'll be focusing mainly on the Indian soil. Firstly, I would also like to apologize for a certain delay that I had to face in understanding the work and also the notification and booking of the hardware that I had to work upon, configuring it and doing the sample collection, coding, obtaining the results, and then writing up. So Particularly, I would be focusing on Parthenium hysterophorus, that is Congress grass we usually call in India, because that's the only thing that I could collect in India. And rest of the two invasive weeds are I'm not till now I'm not able to gather the data in Indian soil. However, I've gathered some data from Kaggle in Australia and other parts of the continent, but not in Indian soil till now. So I'll be focusing, and my results will be focusing mainly on Parthenium histophorus, and also we will be presenting a case study on the other two weeds. So I'll be going to the next slide. Okay, so this is the brief outline of the talk that I'll be presenting. So what we would like to understand that what makes this invasive weeds a major problem. So basically, Parthenium histophorus, it's actually spreads rapidly, covering large areas of farmland, roadsides, and wastelands. So these weeds actually, suppress native vegetation, leading to ecological imbalances. And we have traditional weed control methods we do have with manual removal and herbicides, pesticides, and so on. But those are very much time consuming, and considering also it's expensive. So it what it impacts is in the crop yield reduction. So weeds compete with crops for resources, leading to lower productivity. And at the end, farmers has to invest in certain additional weeding operations, which adds to overall financial strain. Of course, health risk is a biggest concern. It causes severe allergies, respiratory issues, dermatitis in humans, and other stuffs. Although this particular information I have done from the literature review, actually, I have not gathered any factual data on as such. I'm just giving the pointers to the literature review. This weed is actually very dangerous invaders in the Indian agriculture, and it's commonly found in wheat, maize, and vegetables fields. It reduces soil fertility, disrupts ecosystems. It also leads to certain poisoning in cattle. So, what we are trying to understand is that if there is any need for an AI-based approach, and considering existing methods of weed control relying on manual identification, but it is a bit inefficient to large-scale farms. So, we want to understand whether deep learning can automate weed detection and enable, by enabling targeted intervention. So, this is would be the overall workflow that I would like to go on. Uh, I hope I'm in the next slide or no. Are you still seeing the outline? Okay.
Yes, yes,
Are you seeing the problem statement?
yes, yes.
Okay. So, what we discussed about what are these invasive weeds and why it is a concern. And as of now, Parthenium histophorus we call it Congress grass in the Indian topological naming convention. It is an highly invasive weed, which we already discussed. Chromolana odorata or Siam weeds that we call about. It's a fast-growing weed that invades pastures and forests and reducing biodiversity. Lantana camara, it's a decorative, but it's an invasive shrub that forms in dense thickets, choking the native vegetation. So, what can we help in the traditional methods? Not very effective. So, we would like to understand if via using not only DL, deep learning, but also intervening direct drone mechanisms. Can we do a live CCTV footage and analyzing those footage and the images and do a predictive analysis? So this is what is our target study is. So let's move on. What we have achieved till now. Uh, I don't know that. Okay, good. So these are the couple of literatures. So it's very rich in content, and what they want to prove is very much well commendable. The first one and second one, and as I mentioned in the beginning of the talk, that the couple of weeds I could not gather from the Indian soil, and I had to depend majorly on the virtual platforms, Kaggle, and other Git and other public data banks. So I'll move on to the next slide. Okay. So the motivation. This is basically why we are doing is that India loses lots of billions of rupees annually due to invasive weed infestations and so on. So smallholders, farmers face economical strain, due to rising weed management costs, pesticides costs. So, and along with climate change, the spread of these invasive weeds expected to accelerate, if not steady. So that's the reason that manual identification and removal is not very effective. It's labor intensive and inefficient, and also harmful to health. Why DL? So high accuracy. So we are trying to develop AI models that can classify weed species with precisions and accuracy. Automation is needed that reduces the dependency on manual labor. Of course, cost effective is there, but it's definitely not zero cost. What would be the balance in the cost in the long run? That I have not yet do a comparative analysis. However, I understand in the long run the technological way will be much more lesser than the manual way. So this is what I have gone through till now. I'll go to the next slide. Okay, so methodology. So we have actually been able successful to collect around 6,500 images of the particular weed that we're considering from the Indian soil. That's we call as Congress grass, and the remaining other two weeds we have been depending on the public data bank. I hope there's still no questions, or you're able to view my screen and hear my voice.
Yes, yes, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So we are depending on the shooting of the images and downloading of images, augment, training, retraining. So we are thereafter we are going for model selections. I'll be talking in detail on the next couple of slides. Model selection and training. So we are going with the MobileNet V2. Why MobileNet V2? We can talk about because it's very lightweight DL model designed for mainly this mobile and embedded devices. It is basically based on CNN, and it is optimized for both speed and efficiency and accuracy. We are actually using deep, depth-wise separational combinational models, which is usually we have noted faster than standard CNNs. And yes, because it's for meant for suitable for mobile devices, so it is ideally expected to be low in computational cost. We are using loss function to be categorical cross entropy, which is used in multi-class classification tasks. That is kind of a difference between the predicted PD, I mean this probability distribution, and with the true, it's not in the encoded labels. So yeah, I mean, I'll go on into the details of what evaluation matrices we have calculated and where we can go ahead and deploy. So IoT is one of the reasons that cameras are there, which we have already used. We are planning to deploy a PTZ camera onto the farming field, which would capture images in both image format and also in video format. And using RTSP protocol, we can actually do the needful. And one more way is deploying of drone, which I'm usually pretty much interested in going forward. I'll move on to the next slide. I don't know why it is taking time. Yeah. So we have, I should not say we, actually, as I'm the only one who is working. So I have done this entire Python 3.10 version coding on Linux platform. I have actually configured an HPC high performance computing cluster in my institute with an NVIDIA GPU card, and all those hardware I'll be putting it up in a single slide in the later part of my talk. And I have done this detailed code. I can show you the actual code in my server in my terminal if you wish. But this is a Jupyter Hub as a service which I have configured in my HPC cluster, and I have gone through. I can go through the detailed line by line explanation if there is time and the committee allows me. For example, I'm using scikit-learn to generate precision recall and F1 score. Seaborn is pretty much over and above the matplotlib, which helps in visualization of
No, no,
configuration.
please go ahead. Thank you. Sir, do you want to explain him the code?
Okay, I'll move on. Can you see the screen?
Yes, yes.
Yes, it is
Okay.
visible.
Okay. So this is a screen that actually I'm running around 30 to 50 epochs. I'm running actually the code, the benchmarks codes, along with all the 6,500 image files, classifications, and along with other images that we have to download. And it was definitely it is an iterative process. It is not a standard process, which we all know. And we could finally reach to some stable values, which I pretty much think it's more or less accurate. Why I use more or less? Because I understand that if I have to do the same process in a different hardware, in a different architectural, by architecture I mean processor or NVIDIA card, then the model could be even more better. So this is the RTX 4090 with around 16,000 tensor cores that I could use with 24 gig of RAM in the particular cluster or the workstation that I could deploy. So this is, I mean, of course, I'm not going into the details of what about the issues that I have to face, but this is the final step in my isotope machine. I call it isotope. Actually, it's taking time. Maybe the images are of large sizes. Yeah. So this is the one image I thought of taking. It's a very fancy image, which
Sudeepji, can you please come to the your main research part?
Yes, please.
yeah. So the main research part, do I understand with respect to what did I observe from this
Yes,
data?
yes. What are your observation after doing this particular data?
Okay, fine. So I'll jump on to directly to that. So this is the graph that I obtained, and in order to, if I want to explain the graph, it's a model accuracy graph, which actually gives me a loss steadily decreases. The initial loss I can understand it's 1.6, meaning that the model that was trained is making some incorrect predictions at the first, but as the model trains, the loss decreases continuously, indicating better learning. We also see no sharp spikes. The loss curve smoothly declines, which means that the training process was stable and effective. A spiky loss curve would suggest that the model is struggling to learn certain things in a continuous effort. We did see in the initial stages, but at the later end, we did not see any overfitting swings. So the training loss kept decreasing, but test loss started increasing a bit. It would be sign of overfitting, which I still am running on my server. And yeah, I mean, XY, what does the XY coordinate says? It's pretty much there. I'm not explaining again and again. This is the discussion results that I would be talking. If it's just basically the pretty numbers which gave after the running of the code. I can go on talking into the next slide probably, because this is the particular slide. If you can see, this is the formula. It is ready-made available formula via which these numbers are obtained. And so precision, basically what I mean is that it measures how many predictive positive instances are actually correct, and high precision means obviously fewer false positives or misclassifications in that particular category. Recall measures how many actual positive instances were collected, and F1 score balances precision and recall into one metric. So by this, we could actually understand the accuracy of 98% that the model was robust, and we could classify 616 out of 630 images within that particular category that we were trying to understand. And by this, what I understand is that when my camera or when the particular drone is actually focusing on a particular area and it has got certain amount of shrubs or weeds, it can actually, using this model, it can actually identify and classify that these are the areas which needs to be plucked out or which needs to be cleared immediately. So this is a direct a way of classification and identification. And of course, the predictions needs to be more robust, which we can keep on learn. We can keep on learning based on using newer models. But we have used MobileNet V2
Okay,
for obvious
okay.
reasons.
Sudeepji, please come to the conclusion.
Yeah, so this is the infrastructure that we have used. Okay, wait a bit.
Yes.
Sorry.
I said go ahead to the conclusion.
Okay. So I was wondering to talk about the challenges. So we need lots of data, obviously, and funding is a problem. But anyway, so data is one thing that we want to talk about, and also the coding can also be improvised a lot. And this is the ongoing work. So more site visit is necessary so that we can collect more plant samples, data augmentation, tuning, appropriate selection of compute infra, and I think most of the stuffs I already talked about. And in the long run, which we are planning to have a web interface using Django and mobile app maybe in future. So that's the end of the slides. Thank you.
Okay. So question, sir?
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sudeepji, you have done a lot of work, and it is entirely a unique task which I have seen. So, can I ask you what motivated you to explore this particular research topic?
Sure. Actually, I have a background of 16 plus experience in HPC, high performance computing, cloud, and security, and also
Okay.
GPU, CUDA, GPU, and also I'm currently doing a PhD with Professor Paras at MIT. So he is also working on the same, and I am mainly into the AI ML domain and HPC. So from the application side, he wanted me to pursue, and I found it very interesting. And after that, this is actually we are planning to make a paper out of it. But I apologized in the beginning that due to shortage of time, and already I'm a working professional, and
Hmm.
so I could not do the converge part of the writing of the entire 8 page document paper. So yeah, that's the motivation, but I'm still converging it.
Okay. So, what were the biggest challenges you faced while conducting this research?
The only thing was that data at some point of time I was extremely, puzzled, and I was wondering to give up. So I called Professor Paras, and he motivated me, and don't lose hope. So at 3 o'clock in the night, I got some more data, and yeah, that's the only challenge. And other than that, funding
Okay.
is a problem, but that could be resolved. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So,
data is the only thing.
did you encounter any limitation in your study, and how did you address that?
The initial understanding was majorly the selection of algorithm, because I was initially going with ResNet, and I was pretty much confident. Then I went through a proper more literature review, and when I understood that MobileNet V2 is actually meant for the IoT devices, and I changed it, and I used little bit changed the learning rate. I did a lots of combination with epochs, which I already have the experience. Thereafter, I could judge myself that where I'm going wrong. So yeah, this is the final result. So actually, I would be honest. That's the reason I was not able to give up the final paper to the portal, because I was not getting the appropriate satisfied result. So if the graph is not correct, then I'm not happy. So that's the reason that right now my model is a bit stable, but I think still more a kind of improvisation can be done.
Okay, last question. How do you see the role of AI and HPC evolving in biodiversity conservation over the next decade?
Well, actually, this is what we talk about on the agricultural front. However, on the biodiversity, I totally understand that sustainability is the overall umbrella, and we have also got. I have also I have one paper published with regards to bank erosion, which is also something related to diversity and climate, and so that majorly worked on AI and ML. So understanding how the erosions happens on HPC. So AI and HPC go hand in hand, you see. And actually, I was foolishly running AI in my laptop, and it was about to burst out because it was extremely becoming hot. So HPC is something which is going hand in hand. So I was initially wondering to do something on HPC, but now I'm using HPC as a tool, and now I'm focusing mainly on the peak problems at in Delhi and Haryana, where I can actually work on the life problems that the people are facing. So for that, Professor Paras is doing a wonderful job. I must really appreciate that and congratulate him. So he gave me this idea whether we can do it or not. In one motivation, I could figure it out that what he's actually talking.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Just one
Dr. Mani.
query, that how are you going to deploy this model? Do you have any plan of deployment of this model?
Yes, a very good question. I was about to explain this. So, in my slide, actually, I've written that I'm still discussing with Professor Paras. One methodology is that to implement a SOC, like a secure, it's a system on chip on the particular drone, and that will be actually collecting the images and do a real-time processing onto that SOC, and then feed the data to the server. But that has got some limitations because I had done a Raspberry Pi project on top of that, which I faced a lot of problem in. There's an extreme amount of lag. So that is one way. The other way is that you need to have a continuous feedback mechanism from where the CCTV, the drone will be collecting the data, sending to the server. But that will need a lot of Wi-Fi and LAN and or some protocol, Bluetooth. I don't know. I have not yet talked
Covered,
about that.
you should work on that. Yes, because you're developing a good thing. Second thing, what I wanted to ask you that have you figured out who would be your target customers for this? Like,
It's of course the people themselves. We are our ourselves customers. But eventually, to answer the question, it could be we would if this hits the market, then we would try to go forward through some commercialization to some startup to a company, and thereafter it has to be governed by the university and as well as the local government. So that was also
with the
pointed in my
government.
slide. Yeah.
Yes, that's how you can have collaborations
Yes,
with the government because instead of people, the governments will be more interested in this.
that's right.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your
Okay.
presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. Should I leave?
Go ahead, Richa.
We truly appreciate your efforts in delivering such a valuable presentation. Thank you. I kindly request all the participants to complete your presentation within the provided time. Thank you.
Now, I would like to call Rashi Chauhan, who will examine how AI has enhanced customer service in banking through bibliometric analysis.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you're audible, Beta. Go on.
Okay.
Yes. Please share your screen.
Okay. So, good morning, one and all present here. Thank you for being here today. This is Ashish Chauhan, a research scholar from JP Business School, JIIT Noida. Firstly, I would like to pay a gratitude to Amity University Gurugram for organizing such a huge conference and providing us an opportunity or platform to present our research paper. So today I am here to present my research paper, which is titled as AI for Customer Ease in Banking Industry, which is in bibliometric analysis. So the main rationale behind this study is to examine the role of AI to helping the customer in making ease in the banking industry. So throughout this presentation, I will take you through the introduction part and then it will be followed with the literature review, then research methodology, discussion and finding from the study, and lastly, I will conclude the presentation. So let's start with the introduction parts. So the banking industry is undergoing a significant transformation driven by AI, big data, and fintech innovation. These advancements enhance banking operation and decision making, and with the help of AI, which is playing a crucial role in fraud detection, credit risk assessment, robo advisory services, and predictive analytics. Along with this, fintech is also shaping the banking paradigm through digital payment, AI-driven virtual assistant, and blockchain technology. While open banking and robotic process automation improve security automation and data intelligence. As we all know, with the pros of something, cons go parallelly. So, in the same way, with the introduction of AI, big data, and fintech, the challenges are also introduced. So those challenges are cybersecurity risk, algorithm bias, and regulatory concern. So before proceeding to the next slide, I would like to quote some of the real life example that which are what are the banks which are leveraging AI in their financial service. So one of the most renowned bank, that is Bank of America, is have introduced a virtual assistant named as Erica to ease their customer in their financial services. If I talk about the Indian banks, so major bank like SBI, ICICI and PNB also leveraging AI in their banks for fraud detection and providing effective customer services. So, as I already mentioned, the main rationale behind my study, which is to explore the role of AI in transforming banking industry. So I have formulated three sub three research questions which will support my investigation. So first question would be, how does AI enhance customer experience and engagement in the banking industry? Second one is, what are the key AI driven technologies used to improve customer services in banking? And last one would be, what are the ethical and regulatory challenges associated with AI adoption in financial services? So now let's come to the literature review part. So if I talk about the AI use of AI in banking, so one of the study, that is Drozdowiska along with co-author in 2023, investigates that AI is transforming banking industry by enhancing fraud detection, credit scoring, and risk management. Although the study reads on along with co-authors in 2024 reveals that AI raises the ethical concern like data privacy and algorithm bias. If I talk about the use of big data in banking industry, so one of the study, that is Hassan along with co-author in 2023, investigates that big data improves decision making, customer insight, and fraud detection. Although Enroni in 2023 reveals that there is a requirement of strong cybersecurity measure. If I talk about the use of blockchain in banking, so it is used to secure transaction, reduce cost, and enhance fraud prevention, which is investigated by Artemenko in 2022. I guess, 2021. And Enroni in 2023 also explores that blockchain automates compliances and auditing. And in 2024, UNTA, along with co-authors, investigates that for the effective adoption of AI, big data, and blockchain, there is a requirement of skilled employees. And if I talk about the mobile and digital only banking, so with the rise of AI and fintech, there is a shift from traditional banking to digital banking, which makes a challenge to traditional bank. So it was investigated by Co et al. Co along with co-authors in 2023 and in 2018 by Corsi. So now let's jump to the research methodology part. So I have reviewed almost 42 peer-reviewed articles, which I have taken from the database of Scopus. And to refine my study, I have used Scopus AI, which helped me to refine my study with the ML-based keyword suggestion. And for the bibliometric analysis, I have used the tool named as WASP. So now let's come to the discussion of the study. So firstly, I will discuss the keyword co-occurrence. So this is the WASP visualization map, which is showing keyword co-occurrence. So from this analysis, I have I have get the clear idea that the artificial intelligence is playing a dominant role in this, and by having strong connection with AI role in finance, banking, and decision making. If I talk about the key insight of this, so there is strong link between financial service, fintech, banking industry, and AI banking, which is indicating that AI is transforming the financial industry. And another notable pattern is the presence of terms like AI ethics, accountability, and anti-money laundering, which is indicating that there is a growing concern for the AI governance, fairness, and transparency. And this pattern is also indicating that AI is also using for customer-centric purpose with the key terms chatbot, virtual assistant, and customer satisfaction. Next, I will discuss the keyword co-occurrence with timelines. So through this visualization map, we will get a fair idea of the evolution of this research over time. So from this analysis, I have get fair idea about in 2021, the researcher was more focused on the latest study was more focused on the machine learning and fintech applications. So AI, it indicates that researchers were more focused on the AI adoption. And in 2023 and 24, the studies were more emphasized on the AI ethics, regulation, and decentralized finance, which is indicate that the researcher and policymakers were more concerned about growing research ethics and regulation. So, out of this keyword theme, the main three is going to stand are automation, risk assessment, and responsible AI adoption. And from this visualization where we come to I come to the conclusion that there is a shift from AI adoption to the growing concern for the transparency, security, and compliance. Now I'm going to discuss the density map, through which I get a clear idea that which country is having more focused research on this particular area. So through this analysis, I come to the conclusion that India is the leading leading country which is more giving emphasis on this research field, on this AI research in banking industry. And after this, US, Canada, and South Africa are the major contributor to this global research. Now I will discuss the co-cite, co-citation by source. This is the visualization map of this. So through this, we get a fair idea that which of the source of journals are more contributing to this research field. So from this, I get an idea that International Journal of Bank, which is representing by green cluster, is the only journal who is dominating the banking research. And the red cluster, which is representing Nature and Finance Journal, highlights the intersection between finance and technology. And if I want to consider the research of AI in niche markets, so I will consider the general named as artificial intelligence and J services, which is representing by yellow cluster. And if I want to get studies of block in the area of blockchain and banking discourse, so from this network, I get to fair idea. Handbook of blockchain is the only journal from where I can get all the studies. And the strongest co-citation ties are represented by the thicker line. So now let's come to the finding of my study. So the finding of my study highlights that the AI is transforming the financial sector by enhancing customer experience through chatbot and reduce wait time and provide real-time assistance. Robo-advisor personalized financial services, optimizing investment decisions. AI also strengthens security by detecting fraud and defining credit risk assessment. Additionally, it automates banking operations, streamlining loan approvals and compliance check. Financial inclusion is improving as AI facilitates. Sorry for the disturbance from my side. So, financial inclusion is improving as AI facilitate microfinance lending and enable biometric authentication. However, challenges such as cybersecurity risk, algorithm bias, and regulatory concern persist. Despite automation, some users resist AI-driven decision and prefer human intervention. Moving forward, balancing innovation, transparency, and security will be crucial for sustainable AI adoption in finance. So now let's come to the limitation of my study. So obviously, I am doing the bibliometric analysis. So there would be obvious two limitation. One would be this studies this study is mainly focus based on the database of Scopus, so which it might not include all the studies from all other databases such as Google Scholar, Web of Science, Elsevier, etc. And and this study is limited to only 42 papers, so it might not represent full extent of AI application in financial services. So now I want to conclude my presentation. So AI
I will request
revolutionizing
you to wind it
banking.
up quickly. Jaldi se फटाफट.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Sorry. AI is revolutionizing banking by improving customer experience, security, and operational efficiency, while applications like chatbot, robo-advisors, and fraud detection enhance financial services. Challenges such as cybersecurity risk, regulatory compliance, and ethical concerns persist. If I talk about the research gaps, so upcoming research can focus on addressing regulatory issues, ethical AI deployment, and policy framework for responsible AI adoption. So these are the references which I have included in my study. So thank you. That's all from my side.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Dr. Man, you would ask?
So please go ahead, sir. Your area, sir.
Okay, Rashi, very nice presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Question is, how does you have taken bibliometric
Bibliometric analysis.
analysis? Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
how does bibliometric analysis help in understanding the evaluation of AI applications in banking?
Okay. So, sir, I have for bibliometric analysis, I have used VOSViewer. So
Hmm.
through that tool, I have get to the come to the conclusion that which are the uh, tools which is mostly using in financial industry to ease their customer.
Okay. And you also told that chatbots are there, fraud detections tools are there. So which
Yes,
AI
sir.
technology do you consider is the most commonly studied in the literature nowadays?
Mostly okay. It's fintech.
Isn't
It's big
predictive,
data.
it is not predictive analytics.
Yes, sir. Predictive
Have
analytics
you
is also there.
have you used that?
Yeah. Yes, sir. I have.
So and what was the data source which you have used for your bibliometric analysis?
So basically, I have used the data from the Scopus database.
Scopus database.
Yes, sir.
So how did you identify key trends, influential papers, and research gaps in this AI for banking?
Okay. Sir, can you please repeat the question?
आपने कैसे आइडेंटिफाई किया जो की ट्रेंड्स हैं, जो इन्फ्लुएंशियल पेपर
Hmm.
हैं, जो रिसर्च
Hmm.
गैप हैं एआई में बैंकिंग इंडस्ट्री के लिए, कैसे आइडेंटिफाई किया?
Sir, मैंने on the basis of citation
ऑन द
of the
बेसिस ऑफ
paper.
साइटेशन.
Yeah. Or the
Okay.
impact factor and their keywords.
Okay. So did
Hmm.
you observe any regional variations in research focus on AI for customer ease in banking?
Mm,
Any regional
yes.
variance?
Sorry, sir, I haven't.
It's okay. So how can banks leverage AI
Hmm.
insight from your
Hmm.
bibliometric study to improve customer experience? How can bank use this?
Okay, so as this is the systematic bibliometric analysis, so through this, I can only give the wait, wait a minute. सर मैंने क्वेश्चंस फॉर्मुलेट किए हैं. आप ये
Hmm.
पूछ रहे हो कि बैंक्स कैसे यूज करेंगे इसे, है ना?
हाउ कैन बैंक लिवरेज एआई इंसाइट्स? जो आपकी ये
हम्म.
बिब्लोमेट्रिक स्टडी है, अगर
हम्म.
बैंक अपने कस्टमर का एक्सपीरियंस इंप्रूव करना चाहते हैं, तो हाउ दे विल बी लिवरेजिंग एआई इंसाइट्स फ्रॉम योर स्टडी?
ओके.
दिस इज द क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 ना? यस. RQ2. What are the key AI driven
हम्म.
technologies used to improve customer services in banking? My question is related with that.
Okay. So, sir, chatbots are there, robo advisory services are there, there's fraud detection services through which the customer get trust over the bank कि हमारे साथ fraud नहीं होगा कि अगर इसमें बैंक इन्वॉल्व है फ्रॉड डिटेक्शन के लिए तो हमारे साथ फ्रॉड नहीं होगा तो थ्रू दिस कस्टमर गेट ईज और दे कैन इम्प्रूव देयर सर्विसेज they can improve customer services, sorry.
अच्छा, क्या challenges है बैंक के लिए? What are the major challenges banks face in implementing AI solution for customer ease?
So cyber security risk is always there.
Cyber security is also there.
हाँ.
Okay. So
Or
did
there is
you?
algorithm bias. If
Okay, last question. How do you see the role of AI in the future of banking?
role of
Especially,
AI.
yeah, how do you see the role of AI in future of banking, especially with the trends like generative AI?
Okay. So chatbots can be the answer to this.
Only chatbot is the
Or
answer.
virtual assistance is there, or predictive analytics is there. Big data is also there. Open
Are you sure?
banking is also there.
Okay. So, generative AI will enable banks to provide more tailored financial advice, product recommendations. Do you understand? And the
Okay.
real time assistant based on the customer behavior and financial history. So AI-driven chatbots and virtual assistants, these things will be involving beyond scripted responses to the to offer natural context-aware conservations.
Okay.
All right.
I
So
got it.
intelligent fraud detection and risk management is also considered of great importance. All right. So automated efficient banking operations are required, like loan approvals, like document verifications. So AI will streamline back office processes, right? AI driven automation will cut cost and it will also improve accuracy, and this will be speed up the financial transactions also.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Chalo. Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Dr.
you,
Man, you
sir.
can ask the question.
Yes, Rashi, I just wanted that, just a suggestion because you have studied this and you have, also framed a question that what are the ethical and regulatory challenges? So, are you
Yes, sir.
aware about any laws in India which are there to protect the customer's personal, data in Indian context? Because as you have showed that, throughout the globe, that, India is one of the countries who's doing research in this area. So do you know any law in India and laws globally which are there to protect the personal data protection, of individuals, of the citizens, to protect the data? Because when that we are using UPI and we are doing all the transactions online. So कुछ आपको मालूम है कोई ऐसा act law? और क्या आपकी जो ये research है, जो आपने ये bibliometric analysis किया है और उसमें आप ethical and regulatory challenges और data privacy की बात कर रहे हो, so how
Yes,
can
ma'am.
it actually, help to make your this research much more centric with respect to data privacy of the customer? Do you know any laws
Okay.
in India?
Okay, ma'am. In India, there is Digital Personal Data Protection Act
Yes, so you should
2023,
have
which
included
okay.
the principles
Okay.
of that act into your this research when you want to answer this ethical and regulatory challenges, because it
Okay,
imposes
ma'am.
the regulations over the banks and the other organizations which operate in India. Yes, to protect
Okay,
the data
ma'am.
of the Indian citizens. Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
ma'am. I will
Thank you.
implement it. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your valuable presentation.
Now I would like to invite Anamika Garg will investigate the integration of AI in the circular economy, identifying key enablers and the barriers.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. Am I audible?
If you're audible, please go ahead.
Okay, I'm sharing the screen. Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Rashi Chauhan, can you just
Is my
off?
screen visible?
Can you
No,
can
no, no.
Rashi Chauhan?
Sorry.
Can you just shut down your
Stop the screen
screen
sharing.
sharing?
Okay, sure. Sorry.
Stop
Sorry.
sharing
Sure.
the screen, Rashi.
Sorry. Okay.
Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes. Request you to finish it within 7 minutes of time frame, Anamika.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Good. All of you, good afternoon. I am Anamika Garg from MIT University, Haryana. I am here to present my topic, integration of artificial intelligence in the circular economy, enablers and barriers.
Yes, please continue, Anamika.
Yes, slides are not. Yes, sir. The concept of CE has gained significant traction in recent years as a sustainable approach to resource management and economic growth. The circular economy system is a system where materials never become waste, and the products and materials are kept in circulation and in use for as long as possible. In our current economy, we take material from the earth, make products from them, and eventually throw them away waste. But in a circular economy, we try to extract resources from waste so that so that it will be a minimum use of new resources. So artificial intelligence uh, is getting more and more relevant across the industries. Machine learning, modeling, and optimization expert system automation are just a few of the well-known AI technologies. The incorporation of AI into the circular economy is transforming a prominent study topic. In the resource efficiency and product life extension, the adoption of AI system will improve the process of the circular economy. According to Nober and Tavros, many companies
Anamika, come to the research methodology part.
ओके सर ओके सर आई विल एक लाइन है जो मैं इसमें बताना चाहती हूँ द मेन फोकस ऑफ दिस पेपर इज टू एक्सप्लोर द इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ एआई इन द सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी एंड हाईलाइट द enablers and barriers for the same.
Okay.
And it is the LR section, and all these paper talk about the interaction.
Please skip.
Okay, sir. These are the research objectives. Analyze the current state of the art in the existing research on the integration of artificial intelligence in the CE to be a guidepost that can help a researcher to understand the research status and the enablers and barriers of the AI for the circular economy, and to highlight the possible direction for both research and practice. So this is the methodology part. This section describes the SLR method adopted for the paper, inclusion and exclusion criteria, article selection process, as well as the structured keywording and search strings used to find relevant research. The selected primary studies were retrieved from the academic database, and we selected the articles and titles and abstract of articles published in English and which are not older than 10 years. Primary source of study for this.
Next slide.
Okay. Inclusive and exclusive criteria कि हमने क्या include किया और क्या नहीं. So this SLR includes paper that are solely associated with the integration of the CE, and research articles, reviews article, perspective, full paper, short communication paper. We included, and the number of citation of each paper and rank of each paper we considered, and only the papers which published after 2015 are considered. And full peer-reviewed conference paper were also included. Exclusion criteria में paper that are unrelated to the theme were excluded, and the paper which are patents and standard were not included. And poster, book section or chapter discussion paper were excluded from this SLR. From the SLR, we found the enablers of AI integration into the circular economy. The Internet of Things enable the monitoring of the product throughout their life cycle, and techniques like 3D printing and additive manufacturing can reduce waste and allow for the production of goods using fewer resources. And AI can assist in designing products that are easier to recycle or repurpose. And government policies and regulations that promote CE practice can create a favorable environment for AI integration. And the ability to collect, analyze, and manufacture the data set allows organization to gain insight into resource usage, waste generation, which are crucial for implementing CE principles. Next, we found from SLR the barriers for AI integration in the circular economy. The first is lack of high quality training data. The possible obstacle to the efficient application of AI for CE may be the scarcity
Please
of.
skip this. Anamika, please skip this slide. Next.
Then so second is data privacy.
Next.
Conclusion
Yeah,
and
come to the conclusion.
This paper reviews the current research on AI into the circular economy, focuses on potential and disruptive role in aligning with the circular economy, benefit of the circular economy, कि क्या-क्या benefits हो सकते हैं कि अगर हम AI को CE में अगर हम include करते हैं तो. But I would say the research field is immature and अभी भी इसमें काफी कुछ research हो सकती है. Okay, these are the references which I have used. Thank you.
Okay. Anamika, what are the industries? Which are the industries? Those are currently leading in AI adoption for this circular economy practices.
Manufacturing industry, sir. वहाँ पर काफी
Manufacturing.
हाँ MSME जो है माइक्रो स्मॉल एंड मीडियम एंटरप्राइजेस वो इसको काफी अभी आगे ला रही हैं गवर्नमेंट की हेल्प से कि हम कैसे सीई को प्रमोट करें एंड कैसे हम रिसोर्सेज को कम से कम यूज करें जिससे कि वो जो नए रिसोर्सेज हम यूज ना करें वेस्ट से ही हम रिसोर्सेज को निकालें.
So how does AI contribute to sustainable resource management, waste reduction, and recycling efficiency?
सर जैसे इंटरनेट ऑफ थिंग्स है वो कर सकते कैन मॉनिटर एंड इवैल्यूएट द वेस्ट जनरेशन एंड एडिटिव मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है 3D प्रिंटिंग है कि जिससे हम देख सकते हैं कि कौन से जो रिसोर्सेज हैं वो वेस्ट जा रहे हैं एंड वो ना हो फर्दर.
Can you share any case study where AI has significantly improved circular economy implementation?
Sir, sorry, not now.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Anamika.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anamika. Please, if you want to improve this paper, then you should do आपको इसमें case study का method use करना चाहिए. जैसे आप innovation and design के अंदर आप case study method use करो. बहुत सारी companies है, जैसे Intel है, HP है ना, Apple है, Microsoft है, वो circular economy के लिए what are the practices they are using, है ना, जैसे कि आपकी battery backup है, वो बहुत improved है, बहुत increased है, तो वो कैसे improved है, that is contributing into circular economy, how it is contributing and what is the technology used, yes, so
Yes,
that you need to, that is how you will be going forward with this kind of a topic which you have chosen. Okay?
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for your suggestion, ma'am.
Thank you, Anamika, for your insights on this research.
Okay.
Now, I would like to call Dipti Khanna Chaudhary, who will investigate artificial intelligence driven pathways, a systematic review on realizing new graduate and employability. As she is not present in this meeting, I would like to call next participant.
What is her name? What is the name?
Dipti Khanna Chaudhary.
Okay. Okay, ask the other participant to present.
Ashik Chatterjee.
As he is also not present, I would like to call Anjal Y.
As she is also not present in the meeting, I would call the next participant, Simran Arora, who gives insights on artificial intelligence in ESG investigating, transforming sustainable finance in the age of machine learning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning.
My screen is visible, sir.
No yet. Now visible.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am. It is an honor to be here today. I'm Simran Dev Arora. Recently completed my MBA in Finance and IT. I'm a PhD scholar from HRIT University. It is an honor for me to be present my first research paper on the topic that is transforming the future of sustainable finance. The topic is AI in ESG investing, transforming sustainable finance. AI in ESG investing, transforming sustainable finance in the age of machine learning. As we move towards a responsible and data driven investment landscape, AI is playing a crucial role in reshaping how we evaluate companies based on environment, social, governance factors, from the data integration and risk assessment to compliance and emerging market. There are outlines I'm presenting in this presentation. The introduction part, ethical and regulatory considerations, challenges, solutions, case study, literature review, future of AI in ESG, and conclusion. Let's begin by understanding why ESG investing has become an essential pillar of modern finance. Introduction to ESG investing. ESG stands for environmental, social, and government. These three factors help investors evaluate companies beyond financial performance. ESG investing is growing rapidly and investors seek sustainable and responsible companies. For example, as we see the Tesla focus on electronic vehicles and solar energy to reduce carbon immersion, which shows the environmental factor of Tesla. And as we see, Starbucks support the ethical sourcing and fair wages to coffee farmers worldwide, which shows the social factor of Starbucks. And governance, Microsoft ensures strict data private policy and has diverse independent board. And now, where does AI comes in? With the massive amount of ESG data like sustainability reports, social media, insights, and news, transactional analysis can be slow, ineffective. AI, truly machine learning, natural language processing, can analyze these large datasets quickly, making ESG assessment faster, more accurate, and insights. In short, AI is revolutionized ESG investing by uncovering trends and risk that manual analysis might miss. Let's landing on a next slide. Machine learning in sustainable finance.
Simran, come to the research methodology part.
Okay, sir. Uh, can I conclude with small slides as well? The tools I am using here.
Okay,
The
go ahead.
natural language processor inside from the report and news, social media, Bloomberg, machine learning for risk detecting a greenwashing that indicates the mishappening, misuse of customer hands, sentiment analysis, alternative data analysis, compliance tools of AI-driven portfolio management, and some ethical regulatories are there. Machine learning revolutionizes sustainable finance by enhancing data analysis, improve risk assessment, increasing transparency. AI continue to evaluate the role of ESG will only grow stronger. Risk, misinformation, global corporation, algorithm bias, and all challenges they are facing. Challenges. mm, like an data quality is not visible, data quality availability, lack of standardized ES material, greenwashing, misleading informations, limit historical data. There are less historical data to analyze for a ESG to examine the company's factors, difficulties measuring social and government factors. Their suggestions from my side is to enhance the AI-driven ESG education and availability, transforming
Simran,
program.
I want to see your research part, research methodology, what question, research question you have taken.
Okay, sir. So I conclude the three case studies here. First is indicating the BlackRock's AI power ESG analysis, which uses the machine learning analysis, earning the call, regulatory findings, and social media. It also identifies the emerging sustainability risk and enhance the ESG fund performance. Second case studies conclude that MSCI's AI-driven ESG rating process unstructured data, ESG data for more accurate rating. It AI takes the unstructured data to make it structure for another users, for investors, so they can invest on companies properly by knowing the facts about ESGs of that company, real time ESG risk assessment, and transparency for decision making. And third is the sustainability NLP for ESG insights, natural language processing, analyzing corporate sustainable reports, ESG risk for diverse sources, and hidden ESG risk, especially emerging market. And some key models, I'm taking the key models from developed and developing country. And here the conclusion of developed and developing countries are that shows uh, wait a second, sir. That shows a model suggesting model correlation between the AI and that driven ESG readiness and financial market freedom. And in developing country, on the other hand, correlation with AI ESG investing showing the emerging market benefit from the targeted technologies, human capital investment. And the above three case studies, which conclude insight, underscore the need of designs significance AI driven ESG strategies in each captured market, unique development, readiness for the sustainable investment. The future of AI in ESG investing. Here, the first AI role is expanding with the increasing application in risk assessment, compliance, and portfolio optimization. As AI tools advance, there will be enhanced ESG analysis. However, with this growth, ethical implication become crucial. Transparent and fairness must be prioritized to maintain the credibility in AI-driven ESG investment. Looking ahead, AI will shape a more responsible, data-driven future, help investors make informed decision based on the sustainable factors. That's it, sir. And there's a conclusion. AI has a potential transforms investing by improving data analysis, risk forecasting, portfolio optimization, machine learning, and natural language processing data, enhance investment decision of investors, balancing portfolio of theirs. And some challenges are algorithm bias, transparency, regulatory gaps must be addressed. And future advancement for this to blockchain for data transparency, AI integration with the IoT and big data with the enhanced real-time ESG monitoring. AI evolution play a key role in shaping sustainable finance by fostering responsible investment participation, collaboration, innovation. Robust governments are essential for realizing AI's full potential in ESG investing. Thank you.
Simran, I didn't find. What did I ask? I didn't find anywhere in your slide. So without research
Uh,
methodology, can you plan a research paper? What research methodology you have applied? What tools you have applied?
the tools I have applied in that is
Are not they
uh,
in PPT?
they are in PPT when I'll analyze when I showing the tools, that is natural language processing, which help extracting ESG insight from the report, news, social media. Example, Bloomberg, ESG data analysis. Second is machine learning, the analytical tool which is used in this research to predict ESG risk, detect greenwashing. Example, MSCI ESG rating and sentiment analysis, which detect the market sentiments so that the investor identify what actually companies are facing challenges in economical, social, governance. Is their employees are happy or not? Is they are paying their fair wages or not? So, and alternative data analysis is one more. Example is orbital insights, which is used to Internet of Things, data recovery, basically using clouds and taking the data from clouds and unstructured data to make it structured for investors. Compliance tools are also used there, and AI driven portfolio management focusing on investment like BlackRock, Aladdin, or Data Maran. Yes, sir.
Okay, so what type of data sets are most commonly used in AI-driven ESG analysis?
Most commonly is your machine learning, and
Machine
one
learning.
is natural language processing, and for market it is a AI driven portfolio.
So how do machine learning models process alternative ESG data resources like
It is
satellite
help.
imagery?
Yes, sir. You are asking for a machine learning, na?
My
Yes, sir.
question is, how do machine learning models process alternative ESG data sources like satellite imagery, social media, and company reports, etc.?
Okay, sir. So it growing integrating financial market, which roles in ESG investing, expanding, shaping the future of sustainable finance, and the advanced predictive of analysis, improving the risk management, predicting long-term trends of ESG for a financial impact for a future. Second, it detect the greenwashing, which stand for misleading ESG disclosures, and also enhancing the data processing, improving the ESG risk assessment.
So how can AI be used to enhance real-time ESG risk assessment for the investors?
It helps investors to analyze the large data complex data set that would be too labor intensive to process manually, and it ESG performance in real time. This help investors make faster data driven decision, spot trends, and detect risk that traditional method might be miss, improving the ESG assessments in future.
Okay. So how do you plan to extend this research in the future?
This research I'll extend in future, like expanding the role of AI, set a large role, risk assessment, portfolio optimization, like tools become more sophisticated. Ethical implication is a next step. AI is adoptable widely nowadays, and fairness will be essential. Maintain a credibility ESG investing. Third is maybe visual for the future is helping the investors understanding the act, sustainable factors, more data driven, transparency manners. That's all.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Dr. Himani, you would ask anything?
No, thank you, Simran.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Okay, okay, all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Valuable presentation.
Thank you, Richa.
Now, I would like to call Rupali Gupta, who will give an insight on the future of work, AI's transformation on impact of manufacturing industry. Am I audible?
Yes,
Okay.
Rupali, yes.
Okay. Just
Mr. Indrajit Gosal has joined.
okay.
The one which was not able to join earlier, no? So after her, you can ask him.
Okay.
Go ahead, Rupali.
My screen is visible to everyone. Screen is visible.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. Okay. Uh, Good afternoon, everyone. Let me start with this presentation, The Future of Work, AI's Transformation Impact on the Manufacturing Industry. My main focus towards the manufacturing industry is because it's very, predictive kind of things has been happening. That's why I have taken this particular industry. And why it's important, because future of work we need to understand, because based on that, we can understand the job opportunities for the people. This is presented by me with my director, Madhvi Deshpande ma'am. Before going ahead, we must have to familiar with this face, because this is the person who has introduced this word. The name is John McCarthy. He is an American scientist, and he has used this word artificial intelligence in 1956 first time. Uh, to understand artificial intelligence, it is basically a kind of sea. So if you'll go into the deep, you will understand the machine learning quite well, and then go again in the deep, you can understand the deep learning with the natural language process. Natural language process is something when you learn to the machine in a specific language, they will interact with you in a human friendly language so that a human can understand that. When you'll go to understand more detail in it, you will have to understand that generative AI and large language models, computer vision, specialized models also. It's not very new terms, as I told you in the beginning, from the industry 1 to the industry 4, we are going ahead. So the time of steam engine and the machineries, well, when come into the existence, then again this kind of rumors will spread everywhere that machine is going to take charge of the human, but you have seen the it's not happened. Similar the kind of voice is going nowadays that machine is going to take care the human. But yes, we have to be quite attentive this time, because machine are going to change as a worker, so we need to take care of this thing. So we are into the fourth industrial revolution, and industrial revolution is the IoT, digital twin, and the future of artificial intelligence. This is the content of my presentation. Let me begin with the manufacturing first. AI in manufacturing marks a towards more flexible and quality-driven production process. From industry revolution, machines replace human till industry 4. The integration of AI is not just enhancing production but also revolutionizing also, like high product design, customized design, manufactures and delivery till delivery, not only in the production only. So is AI the future of work? Yes, AI is already into in our life. Um, Basically, we are dealing with the weak AI or the narrow AI, where we have seen that in the colleges also the attendance is compulsory for the employees, while the face detection model and the finger screen all are the examples of narrow AI. And Alexa and Siri is also the example of the AI. The future of AI is bright in India. Organizations opting the AI automation now. It is very important to understand the future. Companies expanding billions of dollars on AI products and services like Google, Amazon, Microsoft, for developing new type of AI products to make companies and independent life easily.
Few companies, Infosys, TCS, Persistent System, HCL Technologies also in the use of AI. This is one example of AI app, Zapier. Second is make.com. AI effects on industries that can change in future. These are several industries which can make these industries changes, like transportation. Self-driving car is there, manufacturing, self-driven robots for manufacturing and assembly. Agriculture, we can identify the weather forecast through the help of AI tools. In healthcare industries already it has been changed. Like they can identify the diseases, monitor patient through virtual nursing. In finance, they can predict the share prices in the share market so that the customer can invest in the particular shares and understand the profit and loss. Type of insurance policies are also there so that people can understand which insurance policies will be the best suited for them. In education, if you'll go that again, AI uses ML and NLP and facial recognition. Basically in China, it has already used in several colleges, which can help and detect the plagiarism and emotions of students to understand the topic, whether they are understanding the topic or no. These are certain applications like customer experiences, supply chain, human resource, fraud detection, knowledge creation, research and development, predictive analysis, real-time operations management, customer services, risk management analytics, customer insights, pricing and promotion. Impact of and applications of AI in manufacturing. The impact is predictive and preventive maintenance can be done with the help of AI in advance so that there will not be any wear and tear and doesn't stop the production process. Quality can be controlled very easily. Supply chain can be optimized with the help of AI. Robotics automation could be there so that the dangerous work can be done with the help of robotics. Design and customizations, so the individual person can get their own design product. Energy efficiency, worker safety, real-time decision making. Literature review, a systematic literature review has been conducted from last year data studied from Science Direct, Scopus, Pringles, IEEE Explorer, ACM Digital Library, Engineering Villages, and other websites. The purpose of the study is to understand the money wasted or losses on the waste in the production, because I have studied a data that $60 billion per day is spent on warranty remediation by auto manufacturers. It's the per day data. And $44,000 loss per minute when the auto plant stops due to failure. $1.5 billion lost revenue per hour's downtime for US manufacturers. This data is from US companies. Methodologies used is exploratory in nature, which involves conductive group discussions and participation to explore their experience, challenges related to AI. Outcomes of AI, it has two phases, two actually results. One is to increase productivity and efficiency of the organizations. Cost could be reduced, improved workplace safety, but again, it has given the job displacement because one robot is, ready to give the work of the 100 laborers. And again, there is no, holidays and other kind of illness asked by the robots. And workforce challenges is there, like we don't get it trained and the efficient kind of skilled worker who can work on AI easily. Again, there is an ethical issues and security concerns of the data of employees. So there are two kind of outcomes. Benefits, what benefits we are getting through these AI in the it can make life easier because we are getting all the products in time. High and better productivity. Robots keep learning, they are getting more and more intelligent by passing of the time. It provides safety, improved product quality, reduce defects, more personalized production. These are the programming languages which can use to develop AI: LISP, Prolog, Mercury, Applog, Java, C++, Python, Perl can also be used. Limitations of the AI in manufacturing are, it is a huge in investment. Skilled workforce to develop and maintain AI system are less. Data privacy and security, there is no any common law made by the government of India to secure the data and the security of the workers. Challenges of integration AI technology with existing system. Whosoever already into the job in IT companies in automation, why they are going to change the AI? Because again, it's a huge investment. So it's again a concern, because in Australia there are the companies who have changed themselves into the AI technologies. They won't get very much profit in that. Risk, not always they give the right judgment. AI doesn't give always the right judgment to the person, because it's a machine. Many people end up without a job. Robots may go out of control. Like AI gets evil, the end will be the human. AI will one day overtake human in coming years, because the machines is going to be smarter than human. That era could be dangerous for mankind. So the more
Rupali, come to the conclusion, please.
Yes, there is ethical and philosophy of AI. We have to understand ethics in robo and the machine separately. AI governance framework, these are policy and guidelines should be there from the government side, establishing standards and best practices for AI governance, policies governing data collection, storage and uses, protecting manufacturing system for cyber threats. Workforce retaining policies means upgrading, reskilling, and transition should be there. Job replacement by AI, mostly receptionist, drivers, writer, and content creator, developer. New job could be a kind of computational philosopher, robot, obedient trainer, algorithm trainer, data analytics. Future, as the technology continue to grow, its application in manufacturing are expected to grow. Fully automated factories, as I wanted to show you, uh, there is the future of manufacturing example. China has entered in the era of dark factory. It's fully automated with no workers and no light. You can see robots are working everywhere. So this is the future. These are the references from where I have prepared this data. Any question? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Uh, Nice presentation, Rupali.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So, question is, in your research, have you identified any emerging AI trends that could redefine the future of manufacturing?
Sir, there are, because uh, basically in manufacturing, repetitive kind of work has been happened. Where there is a same type of work all the time is happen, then we need not to be put the worker at that particular place. We can replace that with the machine. In fact, in HCL Tech, I have heard that their manager has given them thousands of worker has going to be out from the HCL with one robots. So this is again the concern, that what will happen with those workers, those 1,000 workers, because they don't know anything about AI. So this is the challenge in the companies. Again, we are in the learning phase. We don't know what will happen, because in some countries, in China or in America, it's already developed countries. So based on the trend of the exports and manufacturing in robots, we can understand the job, where the job will be happen, come. I have studied still now in the international robot systems, where they have put it the data, which countries have exported what kind of data everywhere. So India is at the 7th rank, and there is a future, very bright future of India. Some manufacturing industries have said that, but again the profit is not calculated by them, and the policies from the government is again not sure that if this robot will produce everything, then who will going to buy the thing? Because it affect to the workers. Worker will go out from the companies, and if worker don't have the job, then they don't have the money. How can they buy the things? Then who is going to buy?
So, okay. So, does AI pose a risk of job displacement in manufacturing, or does
Yes.
it create new opportunities?
Yes, it's definitely there is a risk. There is a
Hmm.
huge risk. For that,
Hmm.
government has to thought again, because we don't know. There will be a thousands of new opportunity. There is no doubt in it. But
Hmm.
still India do not know what kind of new job and what kind of training should be given to the individual youth so that they can achieve things and sustain in the future for that particular job. This is
Okay. So what strategies should companies adopt to reskill and upskill employees to work alongside AI?
I think that there should be a labor law, a proper labor law made by the government of India, and
Hmm.
all these big tech industries, they
Hmm.
have to join together. Even though the educational institute also come together with them,
Hmm.
so that they can make a kind of proper policies to make win-win situation for everyone.
So as per you, what policies can support ethical and responsible AI adoption in manufacturing?
Sir, policy should be still, sir, I cannot tell right now. There are n number of things we have to understand and discuss before that, before making any policy. How can and how much we can be automated? This is the first question. Based on that, we can understand the human knowledge, because human is the ultimate source. Human is the ultimate person. For that, we are making
Exactly.
the machine. We are
Hmm.
making machine to make our life easy. So machine cannot replace us. This kind of policy should be made.
So what are the biggest innovations you foresee in AI powered manufacturing over the next 5 to 10 years?
Uh, uh, so biggest, I think in the manufacturing industries, manufacturing people are looking for the production. They wanted to make more product so that they can fulfill the requirement of the world demand. Like China is producing n number of product and with very lesser price.
Mhm.
Similarly, in the race of India, India also wanted to make Indian manufacturing industries basically wanted to be in that particular race and go ahead from China. And it's the aim of our Prime Minister Modi, who wanted to make India bright in manufacturing. So produce more and more things so that fulfill the world demand at large. This could be the one answer.
AI will drive a transition from automation to autonomy in manufacturing. So
Yes.
companies will be successfully integrate AI powered system and it will experience greater efficiency, cost saving and sustainability, which will be paving the way for a truly intelligent manufacturing system. I
Yes.
think so.
Yes, sir, right.
Okay,
Absolutely.
thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rupali. As Sir said, so it is not that, the human or the human resource will just wash away and they will stop working just because AI has come. It is never like that. There was a time when computers came. Yes, so it did
Yes.
not happen that then also there was so much of this thing that, all the work is being taken by computers and we are, humans are getting replaced. It can never happen. So because that has been created by a human only and we train the machinery. So never, it is not the case. We are debating over it, but it will only make the systems intelligent and better, and the education systems will actually skill and train the newcomers or the already existing ones to be actually in sync with the technology.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
So it is not that, we have to become better every time. So it's just
Yes,
that.
yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you
Okay.
for your
Okay.
valuable.
Now I would like to call Deepika Khanna Chowdhury will present on artificial intelligence driven pathways, a systematic review on revolutionizing new graduate employability. Deepti Khanna Chowdhury, can you please start the presentation?
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah,
Yes,
you
you're
are.
audible. Yes.
Yes. So I'm Dipti Khana Chaudhary from Kolkata, Brainware University. I'm a research scholar in management group. So I'm just sharing my PPT here. Just give me some time. I'm just sharing. Is it can hello, ma'am? It's not sharing. I don't know why.
What happened?
I'm just trying to share my PPT.
Yes, please share. Finish it up in a given
Okay.
time frame,
Yes.
7 minutes. Okay,
Yes.
quickly.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Diptikona Chaudhary, and my subjects today, my topic is artificial intelligence driven pathways, a systematic review on revolutionizing the new graduate employabilities. Mainly it is, I'm trying to find out, and we're trying to explore here the what is the effect of the artificial intelligence tools and technologies on the on the new graduate employability. Because the new graduate people who doesn't have that much connection or the networking right now, so where they are newly in the job market at the transition point from the academy to work world, or the world of the job in the job market. At that point, how an artificial intelligent technologies and tool, how they affect it, and if there is any improvement or if there is any risk or not. So we will try to explore it here.
Can you
First,
do
the
it on
intro.
screen? Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
can you do it on slide, you should on the presentation mode?
Mm-hmm. Is it okay now?
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay.
Yes, please go ahead.
Hmm.
You can see.
So there is a background and context which we have chosen here. The AI, the main thing which we try to learn and see here. What is the AI-driven technology impact the graduates' conversation conversion from the education to employment? How they convert when there's a conversion and transition is going on? How AI is affect? Another background which we'll select here, that's skill enhancement of the professional preparedness for AI by the AI-driven tools and technologies. Then the other part of this is the recruitment process. It is really connected with the employability, because the recruitment process advancement and pruning the biasness or the biases on hiring and adopting the AI on the hiring by adopting the AI technologies. The main for this objectives, the main question, but research question, we try to find out, or we put it here, that how artificial intelligence or AI driven pathways influence the employability of new graduates through the different kind of development of skills, the process of recruitment, and the transition to the career world. So we focus on the development of the skill, the AI's how AI affect the development of skills, process of the recruitment, and transition of the career to the work, or the career shaping thing. So main methodology which I have taken here as formulate the research question first. We define the objective and formulate the research question. Upon that, the objective is to see that impact of the AI on the employability of new graduate, and upon that we have formulated the research question. Then we perform a comprehensive search by I have go through the different kind of literatures from Google Scholars, the ResearchGate, Emerald, Triple I Explorer, Springer Elsevier, and a lots of and we selected some particular keywords, and upon the based on the keywords we try to find out the literatures and the screen, and then I go for the screening and the select the studies, decide on adopting the inclusion and exclusion criteria first, and upon that we select and screen the all the literatures. extract of the then we extract all the data or all the information which I can take it from there. That's the through different kind of reviews by categorizing all these literatures and content analysis of what they has and different kind of challenges and ethics they are considering. So upon that we have selecting and segregated all the literatures, then synthesize all the data which I information which I get it from comparing their AI driven employability strategies, how they are taking it and identify the best practice, and then we discussed for the future trends. So upon that we have taken it, and then we come to the conclusion and try to give some consideration which we can consider and which we can suggest, and then the report writing will be there. Okay, so gathering the literature review, first the search as per the keywords. The search term, the keywords which I have used, the AI impact, overall impact, and AI in the employability, how AI will impact the employability, AI in the new graduate employability, it will getting much specific, and then AI in the career shaping, how it affect on the social growth, and the AI, how AI is affecting the recruitment. So inclusion exclusion criteria, which I have taken as per the structural literature review. Then in relevance, upon the relevance, I have taken it to study the focus of AI role in graduate employability, career transition and recruitment and skill development. Because AI main thing which AI is doing is the first, they are giving the personalized and tailored suggestions and the career skill games and all those things. They are providing the platform so that they can enhance their capabilities and employability. So and that will help their career transition point. And at recruitment part, there is another part. At recruitment part, it helps to turn out or the mitigate all the biasness or something like this, and it's giving it's very time saving, and it gives a very exact data because it's using the humanize any error will not available here. I mean, we can mitigate those things. So that is the inclusion criteria. And exclusion criteria, we have seen the study discuss AI application without direct link the graduate employability. I have excluded those areas. As publication types, I have seen the peer review journals, which are conference paper and credibility upon that, and I have excluded which are just normal and I mean non-peer reviewed or the blogs or non-academic resources. I excluded that. Time frame I have taken from the 2015. Most of them I have taken from 2020 to 2025. But some of the papers I have find that they are giving a very good and foundational knowledge about this AI input. So I have taken from the 2015 and all. And before that time frame, I have excluded them.
Please move
Methodology.
ahead from this. Go.
Okay. So key study which I have taken from here from theme is we have segregated all the studies here. First, the AI in career transition, how it affects. So AI driven job matching improvement, employment as actually AI driven job matching. AI gives us the job matching segment, and they are giving the platform where a person can match their job according his capability or interest. And upon that we have taken some reference or according to it from which literature I have taken all this. And AI from the skill development, personalized learning enhance the job because the skill development they are giving the personalized learning because everyone has their capability and interest are different. Their sectors are different, their cognitive abilities are different. So upon that they are give the personalized learning, so it makes them much more better. The output or the product which they give product that is much more efficient. Recruitment hirings affect how the AI affect on that. That is AI automation because AI put all of maximum things are in the automation at the screening point, enhance the efficiency and reduce it helps to reduce the biasness and save the time. Challenges and ethical issues we have find some because biases in AI algorithm because sometimes is AI actually study the past historical data and all. So if there is any kind of biasness is still there, so they will just carry it out because they cannot change it or they cannot mitigate that thing or they cannot identify. So in that case, sometimes biasness can happen. And data privacy is a really risk right now because most of the people there, because AI has a lot of sensitive data. Accessibility gap, that is a very crucial issue right now because in so many areas that's accessibility gap is there, which we can say that it's divide all the technological division or technological divide, so that what it happens, there's so many people who have the criteria and capability, but they cannot access the AI profits or benefits. And the future AI trends is AI driven jobs. Main future is that it's not actually futuristic, it's already started, that AI driven job forecasting, vocational training and lifelong learning. So at first in there, how it's working.
Dipti, come to the conclusion.
Conclusion. Okay, sir. Main thing is this AI powered, they are giving the future job market. What is the futuristic approaches that AI powered job forecasting? AI analyze the labor market and they give the job forecasting that what kind of job is going on in the market, augmented decision making, hiring on the hiring, because they will augment all those things and reduce the biases, improve the accuracy. And AI driven lifelong learning, because it gives us a platform and everybody can avail the or that kind of lifelong learning and upskilling or better skill development. And what is the conclusion and recommendation? We have seen that the aspect I have chosen, the impact of AI on the employability. AI enhances the skill development, recruitment efficiency, and career transition mainly. And then benefits of AI, which we personalize, how we can do that by personalized learning, unbiased hiring, and data-driven career recommendations. So it's very accurate. It becomes very accurate and effective and efficient. Challenges are there because algorithmic biasness and data privacy issue is there obviously, and accessibility barriers. So we should have to remove all those things to get the proper advantage or the benefit. Future implications, collaboration between, it's very important right now, collaboration between academy, industry, and policymaker is very much essential to cope up with all these challenges. Recommendation, as per my study, I can see that the promote the AI literacy. AI literacy is very important to get the total benefit and to make it really a vast launching, and ensure the ethical AI issues, because there's a lots of ethical issues is there. We should have to consider it and we have to think about it, keep it in the mind, proper policy we need about this, and develop inclusive AI driven strategies. Lots of strategies we should have to make, because right now there's a lots of pros and cons we are seeing, and so right now we have to strategize in a proper structured way. So that is another recommendation. That is the conclusion. There are some references I have given, which I've taken from my study. So is there any question, anything else, sir? Thank you and all.
Okay. Good presentation.
Thank you, sir.
So what are the promising AI tools or technologies that will revolutionize the job placement for fresh graduates as per your study?
Yes, I have given a slide also on that. There is a hiring things which is automated resume screening and interview. For that, we have taken some examples. Sorry, some example. Okay, some examples are there. We have taken. They are helping in so many times, like screening the resume, rank decision. We have to decide the ranks and conclude the AI-driven things. That will help us the automated analysis, like higher view and P-metrics is there. And for the chatbots and recruitment, it helps us to engage the employee and employers also, and properly screening out that which job is for what it is important or not, like Mia and Paradox, Olivia. AI powered chatbots is there so that they can interact properly, so that what is the process will be hiring process getting a little bit streamlined. That is there. And another one is AI reducing the human biases in hiring process. So there is also some more examples like Paymetric and applied AI applied is there. Assessing, it's evaluate the basis and skill, the cognitive, what is the exact skill and cognitive and how they behave, how they doing all the demographic factors, and that things are there's evaluated and assessed, and it actually promotes the diversity and the fair hiring. So these are the three criteria or categories we can see, that first the screening and the connectivity, the connecting or the making the networking, and remove the biasness. Through this, I can say that AI can affect the hiring process in a good way.
Okay, so how can universities integrate AI-based career service to better prepare students for the employment?
So the first, AI literacy is very much important, and AI literacy, if anyone because it's very essential right now, or it's going to be very essential part, it should be going on along with the study as per the work experience, and is important for any kind of getting a job. Which person has a good work experience, he can get, his chances to get a proper job is much more get higher. So according to that, that person should have to be advanced and properly knowledgeable about the trend or what is the exact technology is going on right now. So in schools or in the universities or the higher education institutes, they should have to implement it or include it in their profile or in their curricula, the AI part, not just as a specialized thing. It should be going along with this. As per the computer is not a specialized thing for any job as it was before 20 years. But right now it is just a part of every kind of study, every schooling or anything. Even from the very basic classes, the computer has started. AI should be implemented like this one. So we have to make some policies, we have to make some changes in our education policies, and we have to some inclusive thing and integrated all those AI parts, and who have the experienced and experienced faculties out there, or
Okay.
who are the
Okay.
experience upon this. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Dipti, what sources and databases did you use to conduct your systematic review?
The database which I have taken the inboard, it's actually I have all our online datas. I didn't go any, which I say I didn't even go for the primary datas. Everything is secondary datas from the different kind of libraries and the online libraries, and we just collected different literatures upon that who are already said that what is going on right now. Very recent studies like 2025 2024, there are lots of literatures we have got, even which is based on Indian scenario. So they are giving a lots of knowledge, and lots of data is also there. I have just taken those data and I have studied all of them, and little bit try to find out what is the connection is with different companies, which I can say their demands right now about the jobs, or what they're demanding, or what they're desiring for their employees, so that they don't have to invest lots of extra time or money to train them. So we are just comparing all of them and getting all those data, and just filtering it out for refining all this, what I say, the conclusions, to come to the conclusions.
Last question from my side.
Yes, sir.
What are the key trends in AI driven employability solution identified in your research?
Key trends is personalized. Main thing which I said, it's a personalized thing. Just not they are just not giving a burden, a lots of knowledge to everyone. They are specializing it, they are specifying it, and they are giving the right thing to the right person. That is the main thing and main issue which the last generations has faced, that everyone getting the generalized education, and also some people are very good on that, so they can get it or avail it, or they can use it very efficient way. But some people have the capability in other way, but they cannot using their effort. So in that case, main thing is there, which I see main is connectivity. They are giving the networking, because for the new graduate employees, networking is very important, so that they can get the reach to the right platform or the right job. Another is the personal skill development, just general knowledge, what is the educational knowledge or educational institute are fostering us. According to the, along with that, they are getting their personalized data, I mean personalized, which I can say course or personalized knowledge, so that they can use it as their own way and they can enhance their expertise. So that is the personalized thing, and networking, that is very much important, and definitely time saving and connectivity. I mean, from globalization also, you can say that I can sit here and I can search that is there any job opportunity which is really right now it's matching with me, the proper job making or job matching for any part of the world. So that is a very important three things which can enhance the employability. A chance of persons getting employed is getting much more higher. So that is
So
the
what
one.
will be your advice to the new graduates on leveraging AI to enhance their employability?
Obviously, my advice is there to get literate about the AI and using it the proper way. AI is not just a answering tool only. It is a very much informative tool. For this kind of information, a person should have to go before 20 years or 30 years. Everybody has to go from here and there, and investing lots of time and effort. But right now, it is I mean, at their grip on their hand. They have to use it as a very good informative platform, and they should have to use it on that way, not just getting the answer and nothing internalizing it, and they are not just absorbing it, they are just thinking. So everything has a pros and cons, so they have to reduce all those things and they have to use it a proper way, which is much more beneficial for them in long term. So it helps them to be sustainable employability. I mean, it should be sustainable. It makes them sustainable, not just clearing a single exam or not just clearing getting a single degree. It's not enough. to make them proper. It's because the informations are in right now in, as per my experience, I have seen that I heard from my guides that they are going from here and there. I don't know where and where they invest lots of time and effort to get any kind of information or any kind of data, which is very easily available right now. So they can utilize it in a proper way. So I think to new generation or the new students or newly graduate, they should have to use it proper way, and they should have to know it, and they can know
Okay.
all of the.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, Dipti. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Dr. Himani.
Yes,
Yes.
madam.
Thank you, Deeptikana. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Just a suggestion, include
Yes.
more in this into that what, as you have said, graduate employability, so which is a major concern of the government of India and for everyone. So when you are doing a review, a systematic review, try to please, integrate this topic with the the employability with the government schemes.
Okay, yes, madam. Yes,
That
madam.
you should
Yes.
do.
Yes,
Okay,
madam.
thank
Yes,
you.
sure. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. I will take this advice. Sure, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
For your valuable presentation.
Thank
Now,
you.
I'd like to call Ashik Chatterjee, who will discuss how does AI enhance the decision-making process of a student entrepreneur.
Ashik, are you present here? Indrajit Ghosal, are you present here?
Ashik Chatterjee, kindly
Yes,
turn on your
I'm
camera.
present.
Yes, please present.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
we can hear you.
I am Oishik Chatterjee, PhD scholar in Brentwood University. Today I am presenting you the paper, How Does AI Enhance the Decision Making? One second, there is something, a technical fault. One second. 1 second. One second, ma'am. Yes. How does AI enhance the decision-making process of a student entrepreneur? Uh, a systematic review. It is a review papers, ma'am.
Yes. Go ahead, please.
Yes. Uh, the business environment is evolving rapidly due to technological advancement, market dynamics, and changing consumer behavior. In the ever-changing landscape, entrepreneur must make quick data-driven decisions to stay competitive. Student entrepreneur being at an early stage of their entrepreneurial journey faces unique challenges including limited resources, lack of experience, and high uncertainty. Their role in shaping the future economy is crucial as they bring innovation and fresh business idea. This study aimed to explore how AI empowers students, entrepreneurs in navigating the complexity of business management and achieving sustainable growth. There are some key literature which I have taken. The main objective of this paper is to analyze AI's role in entrepreneurial decision making to facilitate student entrepreneurs in their startup. Research methodology. This study follows the methodology by selecting the paper systematically from different databases such as Scopus, EBSCO, UGC Care, and Web of Science, with the help of inclusion and exclusion criteria to analyze existing literature and recent enhancement in use of AI in entrepreneurship. Uh, Here are some inclusion and exclusion criteria that I have taken data source from Web of Science, UGC Care Scopus, and I try to avoid the papers from non-peer, means no peer-reviewed article. Uh, I have tried to incorporate the paper which includes student entrepreneurship, AI-driven startup, and business incubation program. I try to avoid the research focus on traditional business with no AI involvement. The key findings: generating a business idea, AI helps identify trending business opportunity by analyzing customer needs, online search behavior, and industry growth pattern. AI-based brainstorming tools suggest innovative idea by comparing insights from existing business, consumer preference, and global trends. Understanding the market and competitors. AI gathered information about social media, customer reviews, and online forum to provide insights into market demand and consumer behavior. AI-powered competitor analysis tool track pricing strategies, market effort, and business performance of competitor to help student entrepreneur to refine their business approach. Creating effective marketing plan focus on how AI helps business promote and position their offering. AI analyze customer behavior to personalize advertisement and target the right audience. AI optimize advertising campaigns by determining the best time, platform, and format for outreach. Building long-term business strategy. AI help entrepreneurs set realistic long-term goal by analyzing past trends and forecasting future market conditions. AI-driven risk assessment models evaluate potential threats and suggest way to mitigate them, ensuring business stability. AI provides insights into customer behavior shifts, helping business adapt their product and service to meet changing demand. AI-powered recommendation system assist entrepreneurs in making informed investment decisions by identifying profitable business area. AI helps in workforce planning by predicting staffing needs and optimizing human resource management for future growth. Here are some of the suggestions. Uh, uh, AI training and awareness. There is a need of AI training and awareness. Institutions should introduce AI literacy program to help student entrepreneur understand AI applications in business. Hands-on AI implementation. Universities and incubators should offer practical AI workshop and real-world startup case study. Integration with education. AI-related subject should be incorporated into entrepreneurship courses to build strong foundation for students. Government support. Policymakers should introduce grants and incentives to encourage AI adoption among the young entrepreneurs. Continuous learning. Entrepreneurs should stay updated on AI advancement and new business application to remain competitive. Here the conclusion: AI has transformed the entrepreneurial landscape by equipping student entrepreneurs with powerful tools for smarter data-driven decision making. It enhanced multiple aspects of venture creation and management, increasing the likelihood of success. Despite its immense benefit, challenges such as cost, skill gaps, and ethical concern must be addressed to enable wider AI adoption. AI is not a replacement of human intuition and creativity, but it is a supportive tool that helps entrepreneur make well-reformed strategic choice. As AI continues to evolve, its role in entrepreneurship will become even more significant, paving the way for smarter, more efficient, and innovative businesses. Here are the reference. Thank you.
Okay. So, Mr. Chatterjee, what are the most promising AI tools, or you can say technologies, that will shape student entrepreneurship? Can you elaborate?
Yes, sir. Actually, I too a student entrepreneur. So there are lots of in my case only. I use Chat GPT, Gemini, and Google Gemini, and Claude AI a lots of time.
So, what policies or training program can help students make the best use of AI for their startups?
Okay, the incubators and the education institution must add AI enhancement course where student can learn the basic of prompting or how they can incorporate the AI tools in taking data, analyzing it, and making decisions.
Okay, thank you.
For example, I am telling an example. Suppose for a new product, a student entrepreneur who want to work with that product doesn't know the market fit of it, to whom to target. They can do a STP using AI to better know the market.
Okay, okay, nice. Dr. Himan, you can ask any question if you want.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you for your valuable presentation.
Thank you.
The next participant is Pankaj Dadwal, investing the adoption intention of ChatGPT by the academic research community, a combination of TAM model and SCT theory. I request the participant to please remember the timing, which is of 7 minutes. We are running out of the time.
Dr. Himani, I thought it is going to be me as per your message. Please
Yes,
clarify.
but yes, we called Pankaj Dadwal before. He did not respond. Angel Y was his, I think, co-author. So therefore, he has just come. So maybe just he
Yeah,
present, and ma'am, then next you can join in
yes, ma'am.
for that.
Changing the sequence is really inconvenient. Thank you so much for your understanding.
Thank you. Yes, Pankaj, quickly please present.
Ma'am, I can't share the screen.
Please try. If yes, yes,
Is it visible, ma'am?
yes, and please quickly wind it up. Okay.
So, good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Pankaj Dadwal from GNA University, Fagwada. I'm here to represent on behalf of my guide, Dr. Angel Raj. 1 minute, ma'am.
Go ahead, please.
Yes. So, today I'm going to represent a paper on investigating the adoption intention of ChatGPT by the academic research community. That is the combination of TAP model and SCT theory.
Sure.
So basically, we have taken AI tools, that is ChatGPT, as it is majorly used by all the higher education students. So in this presentation, we will be seeking all these topics. So starting with the introduction. So basically, ChatGPT is an AI tool which is created by the OpenAI and research company, which is launched in November 2022. In this, we
Pankaj,
use two
please come
models.
to the research methodology part.
So
Yes, please explain.
So in this research methodology part, we will see in this that the number one is questionnaire selection. Second would be the sample size determination. Third is statistical tool, which we have used in the paper. And the fourth one is data analysis. So starting from the questionnaire selection, we have used all these authors and taken number of items in these all. In the sample size determination, as per this formula, we have found out that there should be like 384 sample size, but as per our responses, we got 388. So we have taken it and it's all are error free. That is why we have taken all these 388 responses, and the data collection tool was Google Form, and the technique which we used is convenience sampling technique. Coming upon the statistical tool for descriptive analysis, we have used percentage analysis. For constructive validity, we have used exploratory factor analysis and confirmatory factor analysis. Coming upon the data analysis, so there are like constraints which have used for all constructs, and as we know, reliability or cronback alpha should be greater than 0.7. So here in my case, all the cronback alpha variable is above 0.7. So we can say that all the variables are reliable. We have also done CFA. You can see in the figure here in this, the model fit of CFA is greater than 0.9. And same with the NFI, which is also greater than 0.9. SRMR and SMSCA is also less than 0.008. GFI, which is goodness fit index, is also greater than 0.9. So we can say that this model is a good fit. Coming upon the convergent validity and discriminant validity. So here you can see that AVA is greater than 0.5 and CR is greater than 0.7. So we can say that this is also good. Hypothesis. So in H1, so as you can say, there is a significant relationship between the perceived usefulness and the adoption intention of the researchers. In H2, there is also a significant relationship between the PEU and AIR, which is adoption intention of the researcher. In H3, there is also a significant relation between self-efficacy and adoption intention of the researcher. And
Can you go on the findings?
So yes, ma'am.
Findings, not implications. Findings.
Wait a minute. So key take
yes.
So it's in the findings I have seen that there is a positive relationship that exists between the PEU, SC and IP with the adoption intention. And the second one is that the ATC meditates the relationship between the ChatGPT attributes and adoption intention as well. The third would be that the sportive institutional policies and AI training also encourage the adoption of this test. And that's it.
Okay, sir. Question, sir.
Yes, madam. Just a minute. Okay. So my question is, how does ChatGPT currently influence the research workflow of the scholars?
Sir, as you can know, in today's time, ChatGPT plays a very important role. So most of the students mostly prepare their assignments or any other project work through ChatGPT, as it helps in literature reviewing and information gathering, as well as also for the idea generation.
Okay. So why did you choose the this TAM technology acceptance model? And social cognitive theory, SCT, for your study?
So your voice is buffering. Can you repeat?
Why did you
Am I
choose
audible?
TAM and SCT model?
Yeah, why you choose this?
So the model I use because it is simplicity and generalizability, and also empiric. It also provides empirical support, and the extension is also like ease for me, and it is also like focus on user behavior as well.
Okay, so do you foresee ChatGPT becoming a mainstream tool in research, or it will skepticism limit its adoption? What do you say about it?
So can you repeat the first sentence?
I am asking, do you foresee ChatGPT becoming a mainstream tool in the research? Is it?
Yes, sir.
So how can AI developer improve ChatGPT to better align with the needs of academic researchers?
Sir, by transparency,
Only by transparency. And how you
reliable,
ensure
sir.
that
Transparency and reliability.
As per your study, you have to tell us. No, as per your
Yes.
study, what have you? You must have taken some certain variables. Yes. So
Yes,
how?
ma'am. So I have taken I have taken independent variable, like 4 independent variable. So the first one is perceived usefulness, and the second is perceived ease of use, and these both are taken from the TAM model, and the other two are self-efficacy and institutional policies, and which as they are from SCT, that is social cognitive theory, and
Okay.
mm,
Okay. Thank you.
Fine. Thank you.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your insightful presentation, Pankaj. Next, I would invite Ajanta Sharma will be presenting on impact of AI on project management tools and techniques.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. Let me share my screen for the presentation. Please confirm if the screen is visible properly.
Yes, we can
Yes,
see.
visible.
Okay, I hope this is good to go. All right, thank you so much. Again, thank you for the opportunity, ma'am and sir. And my name is Ajanta Sharma, and I am the research scholar with the MIT Gurugram. And today I'll be presenting my paper. This is going to be my second paper on impact of the AI on the project management tools and techniques. So I was hearing out the rest of the participant. I think this is going to be a very interesting topic for you because it's very unique, other than what everybody's spoken about. I am a IT professional. I am a complex program and project manager. So this comes from my own experience as well, right? So I hope that you enjoy the presentation today. So I'll go ahead. This is going to be the sequence of the agenda today. Um to start with, the introduction, I think I would say that AI is not just enhancing the project management arena, right? It's basically redefining it. So with that very positive thought, I would like to go ahead with the rest of the things that in the project management, when we say if you might have the idea or not, maybe I'll just give you a brief that in any project which has a start and the end of the activity, right? So not the operational, right? So the project management, we follow different kind of frameworks, we follow different kind of strategy, and there these AI tools and techniques helps to achieve those tasks, right? So when this in case of the legacy tools and techniques, when the AI replaced it, there are a lot of, so people have been talking about the repetitive task and all. So same thing applies in the project management also. The automated tasks, the optimization of the resources with various tools and techniques, we have we have it now because of the AI, and it is helping each of the project manager with the good, the better decision making, a faster decision making. So there are a lot of reasons. I think we have a very short time, so I'll go fast and I keep these data for your consumption. Please go ahead and please stop me whenever you think that you want a clarification upon some statistics. Obviously, I started various literature review with some of the statistics. um, uh, Primarily, I went to the PMI because Project Management Institute is a globally recognized institute for acknowledging and recognizing the project management framework, right? So establishes the guideline for the project manager. So I took most of the inputs from there, and then other research papers. So I wanted to show you very interesting the chart here, which signifies that how the project managers are uh, starting from explorer, being adapter, that how they are using these AI tools, and then becoming innovator, who are basically innovating from these tools, trying to get the work done in a better way, and then they are becoming the blazers, right? Like I myself working on a lot of AI, Azure and hyperscaler certifications, so that I can get into those C sharp programming, develop the model, and you know even improve on the tools which we are using, right, as an organization. So this is some stats. So what I wanted to say in the introduction part, that the AI tools and techniques are very much important in the project management, as per the all the literature reviews which I had, which is primarily giving us various models, to improve on the decision making, to have the resource optimization, to control the cost, to have a better collaboration and communication with the team. So there are other topics which are written here. I think this is not limited to what I just said. I mean, there are vast scope which will be written in my paper in detail, right? Now, the need of this study, why do we require it? This kind of research, why it is important? Because currently we are still working on this, right? With this AI world, although it is not new, but the deployment part, this Gen AI is relatively new, and we are currently working on various innovative way, and we are still adopting. The organizations, the giants have included, but some of the participants were talking about the MSME. So we have to get down till that level. In fact, my last speaker Rupali was talking about upskilling also, right? So it is very much important, and thanks Himani ma'am, that you very wisely told us that how it is so important and why we need to you know get into that upskilling parts. Computers earlier and then AI today is not going to replace the human, but we do need that upskilling, to come up to that level or even more, right? And get the repetitive task by the AI tools and techniques. So these are some of the need of the study which is presented here. Some literature review and their objective and findings I just listed down, that is for your
And you can move
consumption later
ahead.
on, okay? And
Yes,
then
research gap. Yes.
research gap, right? So the research gap, what I find that since it is still in a nascent stage, the kind of the research which we are doing, so a lot of scope that we have, we find there are a lot of gaps. I still feel that in the literature, which encourages me to write a paper on, right? And then uh, you need to remember that we still follow the traditional methodologies in many of the organizations, right? So that AI integration, that kind of comprehensive framework, that kind of strategies, we are still can portray in the form of a research paper which organizations can use, right? And there are other items, how the adoption can happen, how the workforce skilling, those kind of frameworks, how we can present it to the various organizations as well as the government. Now, so what are the question which arises when we do this kind of literature review? That, very first thing, that what kind of tools and techniques, very basic question which we can use, right? Secondly, how these integration, with the legacy tool, the AI integration, the tool integration can enhance the accuracy, automation, and efficiency of a project, right? And then what are the challenges? What are the different models? This is a very interesting topic for me, that risk prediction model. My earlier actually paper is also related to the handling the uncertainty in the project management. So this risk prediction model I'm very interested into. This is one of my question in this research. And then effective adoption, and what I did, that each of the objective is aligned to the research question. So I don't want to repeat the same thing, but I just want to ensure that this is aligned to what we discussed earlier. Then scope of this particular study, it's a very vast arena, right? So I want to limit you with the scope of this study. I'm focusing more on the technology, right? That how the technology is helping. Microsoft Copilot, I am using on regularly basis. There are Jira AI, Google has come up with a lot of. So these are the decision making tools and analytics tools which we are using, and then it is helping us to collaborate and communicate with our stakeholders, the project and the program stakeholders we are talking about, right? Then my scope is also around the industry focus. So various people have, our earlier participant are discussing about various the industries, not just the IT industry. So
Excuse me,
how
ma'am.
it can impact. Then geographical scope is very much important. Many people has concern that how India is going to evolve in adapting this AI. So apart from the various countries in APAC, the Asia Pacific, Europe is coming up with a lot of, the giants are coming with a lot of adoption. America is obviously on top of the list,
Ajanta,
but
can you go
India
on
is
the
also
research
similar.
methodology? Can you go on your
Certainly.
research methodology?
Yeah,
Yes, please.
of course. So the research, so literature review, of course, and I have also conducting the qualitative and the quantitative research, right? There will be a lot of surveys which I'm trying to initiate, and including in my research paper, right? And mostly currently what you see here is the secondary source of data right now. So as a literature review, so these some of the sampling also I have done, which is mostly collected from the PMI portal, because they have a very vast information around it. And I would like to take a couple of seconds to discuss about this conceptual framework. So
Ajanta, please come to the conclusion part. We are getting
okay,
late already. Yeah.
all right. So conclusion in terms of what are the
What are
future
your findings?
directions.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are your
So
findings from this study?
yeah, so I think according to the research which I had, we have a higher project success rate in terms of adhering to the timelines, adhering to the resource optimization and the cost. I know the deployment of the AI tools is costly, right? But in the longer run, we have to see that cost benefit analysis, right? Secondly, it gives a lot of future directions that where we can head, where this human and AI collaboration can happen, right? So that gives a very good, I think this is the finding I have while I was doing this research, right? And social impact, we have to also look at, the ethical part of it. How do we, utilize this AI? And also, what are the further technological enhancement, the fusion of AI and the IoT. Somebody was talking about IoT, so that AI IoT is already a talk of the town. So that these are some of the findings and the research future directions which I find in my uh, you know this paper. Thank you so much, and these are some of the references.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So, Ajanta, thank you. Ajanta, I would like to ask what are the biggest challenges which you faced in integrating AI into project management?
Certainly.
So, what are,
Uh,
yeah.
so I think, as I just said, that AI deployments are very costly, right? Currently, for an organization, and that is the reason that giants are only able to deploy these AI tools, and the middle level or the lower level organization have this uh, the limitations of deployment cost. This is the very first. Second one is upskilling of the resources, that human mind, you have to touch that, you have to encourage. It should be the strategy of the organization that they keep focusing on the upskilling of their employees and not just lay off the employees, right? So I think these are the
Hmm.
two important challenges, definitely.
Okay. And how do AI-driven tools addresses issues like bias in the decision making?
Bias
Because as
decision
a
making.
human being, managers can make biases in decision making. So,
Mhm.
how AI-driven tools will help it?
Uh, well, it depends upon the model, right? When you use different types of AI tools, I think I have the current experience that not every AI tool responds you in the same way. So I think this is a very gradual process. We are still improving on that. I won't say that we have already achieved that. So that bias has to be eradicated at the end. But yeah, I think this is work in progress, I would say.
Okay. So, based on your research, what best practices would you recommend for integrating AI into project management?
So I think every organization should invest on designing a framework, right, for deployment of the AI tools and techniques. At the same time, upskill their project managers. They have to find out that what are the encouraging way that they upskill their project managers, and they create a framework where this AI, deployments and the best of the use of the AI tools and technique can happen.
Okay.
That's my short
Thank you.
answer, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, sir, for your
Dr.
time.
Himani.
Ajanta, I would suggest you that what research methodology have you chosen for your this study?
Mhm. I think I was sharing my screen, right?
Yes, your screen share.
So,
Okay, it looks like,
see, do you know any tools which you are using currently for project management?
Oh yes, I am currently using um, Jira and Copilot for my project management tool. Also MSP, but it's more of a technical, but the traditional tool, but it is still implementing those AI aspect of it. I think I am using these and some internal tools also. I'm working with IBM Kyndryl. So uh, some of the one of the speaker earlier was talking about IBM Watson. So I am exposed to that also because that's an internal tool. So there are other AI internal tool also in IBM Kyndryl.
Okay, fine. So have you been able to identify a few variables out of this qualitative and quantitative research what you have done, and what
Exactly.
as
So
you have
these are
shared
the
that these
variables,
methods?
yes.
Yes,
So these are
yes.
the independent variables, and then you see the dependent variable. And I have also shown that how this mediating and uh, the other factors which impacts these dependent variables. So these are the variables I have listed down very clearly.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
Thank you, Ajanta.
ठीक है.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mani ma'am.
Thank you for making this session more informative.
Now, I would like to call Kavya Patlat, and she will be reviewing an imperial study on impact of marketing 5.0 on customer engagement.
Yes, Kavya, you can begin, and please finish within the given time frame.
Yes, good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. So today I'll be presenting about an empirical study on the impact of marketing 5.0 on customer engagement. Actually, this research examines how advanced digital technologies are reshaping the brand customer relationships and driving engagement in the today's digital era. So, for the just a minute. Yeah. So here's my introduction that today's marketing has evolved over the years. So now we are in the era of marketing 5.0, right?
Please skip
So
the
there,
introduction, Kavya. You come to the your research methodology part or problem statement, right? Right.
yeah. So yeah, firstly I'll be telling about my problem statement that despite of growing, adoption of marketing 5.0, there remains a gap between understanding like how these technology impacts and the key engagement indicators like such as customer delight, brand loyalty, affinity, right? So we have like taken some data like big data analytics, internet of things, AR, VR, blockchain. Then here's my literature view that we have reviewed like 22 literature papers. So out of that, I have given these crux that AI ML has played a crucial role in creating the hyper personalization. Then big data analytics has extracted insights and created the data driven campaigns leading to the better targeting of the customers. Then in IoT, we can get like a real-time data collection, and AR, VR are giving the immersed brand experiences to the for the purchasing decision power, and then deepen the emotion ties. Then for the next one, we have a research methodology there where we have a objective of assessing how marketing 5.0 technology influences a customer engagement, and my research design is descriptive. Here in the sample size, I have taken of 350, out of which 58.4% are the males and 41.6% are the female. And my data collection was a close-ended questions and Likert scale. And coming forward to my data analysis. So in my data analysis, first of all, for the reliability test, I have done with the like Cronbach alpha. For this, I'll be giving a very few crux on that. That for the alpha values, we need to be for the reliability test, we need 0.7, right? So in my blockchain AR/VR, we have a very strong reliability test, which actually shows the well constructed dimensions. And for if we talk about like IoT, in Internet on Things, that we have the lowest alpha, which we are considering acceptable, but it actually it actually shows that their experiences are immersive. And for the highest score we are here, I'm sorry, yeah, okay. So in the highest score on the for the blockchains too, we have it for the reliability test in the building trust, protecting customers from the fraud. Because of course, for the reliability test, we need the protection. And then next, there is a correlation a matrix I'll be giving from the table two, that the CIs that the customer engagement have the most positively correlated with the blockchain technology with and it giving the strong effect on improving the engagement. And actually this came into aspects of three increments, like it increases the trust of the customers, it make the transparency and security. For the AI ML, if we consider, there's a moderate correlations with the customer engagement actually, and with more with the big data analytics, and it gave with 0.463, and it gives the data insights and the more powerful in making the personalized marketing engagement. And if I talk about then AR/VR, they have a decent relationship, showing that their combination can work well. Then if we talk about there's a very little direct impact on customer engagement of voice search operations. So it can help to secure the transactions and the brand experiences. So if I then coming forward to the regression table, and for the AI ML, with the whole data for the adjusted R square and F value have a very statical and significant. But in if we talk about like AI ML, they have a strong impact that can improve the customer engagement. And again, there is a thing called that customer needs and their experience as becoming personalized. And then if we talk about blockchain technology, that again it builds the trust and secure their transactions. There is a no frauds. And then for the voice search engines, actually it's going on the negative part, like 0.5 95. It's not yet effective, but it can be chosen for in the deep driving engagements. So the next here I have the findings. For the findings, it shows that AI ML that have predicted a personalized using the machine learning algorithms. AR VR have the emotionally charged experience that strengthen the brand affinity. For the blockchain, they have security, transparency. It's actually in the specialization of finance, healthcare. We can use anywhere, right? Then this study highlights that the importance of VSO and the AI-driven chatbots for the further enhancement and the engagements of the customers. So then I'm skipping to the conclusion that it gives that AI ML has given us a predictive insights about it. Then IoT, Internet of Things, and enhances our omni-channel convinces. Then AI or AR and VR, they have the trust and the security and the uh, emotional interactions. For the future research, we will be talking, we in investing about the relationships between because the value of voice search engine was in the minus, so we'll be more working on that for the voice engine. And there's a quality. This study can be used in for marketing students as well and the professionals as well, so that how they can start their more strategies on it. So yeah, that's all from my side. I'm open for the Q&A.
Kavya, nice presentation.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
My question is, how do you define marketing 5.0 and what distinguish it from previous marketing evaluations like marketing 4.0, etc.?
Okay, yes, sir. So what Marketing 5.0 is actually, it basically focus on personalization and real-time engagements. Whether what was the traditional marketing we were following, it was more on the acquisition and retention part. So we
Okay.
are now, because every person is more into like personalization. The more I'm engaged to you, the more you are, the more I am going deeper inside to you, more I'm emotionally interacting to you. That's the main difference, I would say.
In what industries do you see marketing 5.0 having the most transformative effect?
Sir, it can be in finance as well, in like retail market especially.
How
Like
finance?
if
Because it is marketing approach.
so when for the whenever we are like for the investment banking, if a person is pitching over there, right? They're having the closing their deals. So in such a way,
Okay.
yeah.
So how can companies balance automation and human touch to maintain authentic customer relationship?
I'm sorry, may I get can you just simplify your question? I couldn't understand.
मीन्स कंपनीज कैसे ऑटोमेशन को बैलेंस कर सकते हैं, ह्यूमन टच और ऑटोमेशन के बीच में कैसे बैलेंस मेंटेन कर सकते हैं जिससे कि जो कस्टमर की रिलेशनशिप है वो ऑथेंटिकेट ही रहे. दैट इज माय क्वेश्चन
Uh,
एज पर marketing 5.0. That is the only question.
it can be worked on like cross-sectional designs, which can be at a single point of time they're getting the both of them into it, and it can be limited to long-term impacts, so that our customers can be more adaptive to the technologies on it.
So what emerging technologies will shape the next phase of customer engagement, like metaverse, AR, VR, blockchain, etc. in marketing?
AR, VR, of course, because they are connecting our customers to the, emotional part, because they are virtually saying those things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, last question, what are the key difference in customer response to
Okay.
human-driven marketing versus AI-driven marketing?
Um, okay.
Human-driven marketing versus AI-driven marketing. So, what are the key difference between these two?
So human-driven marketing, again, I would say more into we can
It is
understand the
just like traditional
personalizations.
marketing.
Yeah, we can understand the personalizations of a person. Like, and more AI is like we are working on the technologies, the upcoming trends, what they are asking for us, and it's what I think is if we're going towards the human, right? We can
Hmm.
personalize the things more on it.
Hmm. Hmm.
And if it's not about AI, we are again the things called, um, delegation. There is a problem. It can be problematic.
So, this was empirical study.
Yeah, it was empirical study.
So, what research methodology did you use? Can you repeat?
Uh, it was just a minute. I'll share again.
No, just tell us only.
Sorry.
Just tell us. No need to share. What
Okay,
research
okay.
methodology you
So
used for your empirical study?
it
I want to know.
was convenience sampling from 30, sorry, 350 people, and
So these 350 people were available, or just you have shared your this questionnaire with them?
so actually, yeah, it was my work with my professor, and
Hmm.
we conducted this in our college only. Then in the, of course, faculty members, and more in my areas, like my friends, and then office areas of Jalandhar too, and
Only
from
Jalandhar based, only Punjab based
no,
study, or
yeah, no, Punjab based and Delhi based, sir. From
so
actually
did you
I have
find?
contact.
Okay, did you find
Actually, I have.
any? I
Mhm.
got it. Did you find any significant variations in customer engagement across different demographics or regions?
Yes, sir. If I'll tell you that it was more or two responses from Delhi too, and more
Hmm.
of them people are more into like, okay, fine, we want these upcoming marketing 5.0 and all, we want that. And if we're talking
Hmm.
about Punjab and the some regions over here only, they were not
Hmm.
more into like these AI things, right?
Okay.
So there was a
Thank you.
kind of, yeah,
Hmm. Thank you. Thank
that
you.
was it. Thank you,
Okay,
ma'am.
Kavya, just I want to know that what will be your recommendations to the government, to the organizations regarding the study which you have conducted using marketing 5.0 technologies to implement or to engage the customers. So, also with respect to privacy of the consumers. Yes, so what would be your recommendations with
Uh,
regard to your study?
Okay, so I would recommend first of all that as I told you that from the blockchain and we are IoT things, and they are giving us like digital literacy programs, right? And they are giving us security. So I would suggest, as you said, for the government, they should promote the digital transformative transformations across the industries, right? And then for the data privacy, they should strengthen it they should strengthen the data privacy by cybersecurity regulations. Then
Data which you collected regarding
yeah,
these
yeah, yeah,
technologies was from the
yeah, yeah.
consumers or was from organizations?
It was consumers from only.
It was consumer, and the consumer was able to understand blockchain technologies and IoT and AI and all the technologies which you are mentioning. They are able to
Ma'am,
understand this.
it was from students as well, from faculty members, and more of, I told you I collected it from the Delhi, Karol, the whole industry area of Karol Bagh. There's a where there are big
Were
marketers.
there certain specifications of the consumer, like, their education or where the area they were working? Because otherwise, the blockchain technologies and all these things, it is like, people who are really into this area will be able to understand and relate it actually to what is marketing 5.0 and how does it relate to consumer engagement. It is very much difficult to understand to a layman. They cannot relate.
Yes.
So, that is a thing, Kavya, which I think that that you mentioned all that statistics what you have done, but then you try to understand that the basics behind it is quite not fine. So please see that. Thank you, Kavya.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank
Next.
you, Kavya, for your valuable insight on this research. Now, I would like to call Sonali Devi, who will examine AI enhanced immersive learning, bridging the gap between theory and practice.
Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So, good afternoon, ma'am, and good afternoon, sir. So today I'll be presenting a research on AI advanced immersive learning and how virtual reality is transforming education by bridging the gap between theory and practice. So let's start with the introduction. As we all know that AI driven, sorry,
This no, my second is going on.
uh, okay. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Please go ahead.
Okay, okay. Okay, ma'am. So, as we all know that AI-driven immersive technologies, especially VR, have significantly altered teaching and learning approaches. And unlike traditional methods of lecturing, methods of teaching, VR enables students to interact with complex concepts in a way that were previously unimaginable for all of us. So this leads us on the idea of embedded learning, which emphasizes that cognitive development is closely tied to physical interaction and the environment, with whether real or it can be virtual. And if I talk about the research gaps and study focus, then the existing research highlights the potential of VR in education, and there is limited understanding of how students perceive embedded learning with these environments. So our study aims to fill this gap by examining how key VR dimensions like emotion, imagination, and interaction influence students' learning experience. So by analyzing students' perception, we hope to provide actionable insights on how VR can be optimized for better educational outcomes. And if I talk about the literature review, then our study is built on the past research in three key areas, that is AI-driven VR learning, embedded learning, and VR and embedded learning. So these studies highlight that VR can enhance learning by engaging cognitive and sensory experiences for students. And if I talk about the rationale of my study, then our research is focused on embedded cognition theory, and which suggests that knowledge is formed through physical interactions with the world. So VR, that is virtual reality by design, provides a highly interactive and immersive environment, which makes it powerful tool for embedded learning for all the students. And if I talk from the practical point of view, then our finding aims to guide educators, instructional designers, and policymakers in effectively integrating VR into classrooms so that they can understand all the concepts in their classroom only and in through practicality sense. And understanding how immersion, like my key variables are emotion, imagination, and interaction, and embedded learning. So understanding how all these variable shaped learning will allow for better designed VR experiences that enhance engagement and comprehension. And if I talk about the objectives of my study, then there are two main objectives. The first one is to investigate the impact of immersion, imagination, and interaction on students' embedded learning, as I explained earlier, and to explore the practical applications of VR based learning in educational institutions. And if I talk about the theoretical framework and theoretical building, then our research is built upon embedded cognition theory, which asserts that cognition is deeply connected to physical interactions of the world. So, in context of VR, this means that when students physically engage with virtual environments, such as manipulating objects or moving through simulations, their cognitive processes become more integrated with their sensory and monetary experiences, which leads to better learning outcomes for them. And if I talk about the hypothesis of my study, then we tested three hypotheses in this, which is immersion in VR enhances embedded learning, imagination in VR boosts embedded learning, and interaction in VR increases embedded learning. If I talk about the conceptual framework, then virtual reality learning have the three variables, that is immersion, interactivity, and imagination, which leads to the embedded learning. So immersion, interactivity, and imagination are my independent variables, and my dependent variable is embedded learning. If I talk about the research methodology of my research, then my target population and sampling technique, then my study is focused on undergraduate and postgraduate students who had experienced VR based learning in the last 6 months. And we used stratified random sampling to ensure representation on across academic fields. And the study was focused across top 5 colleges of Jalandhar, Punjab. These colleges were HMV, APJ, KMV, DAV, and Khalsa College. And we collected almost 350. We collected data from 353 students, out of which 331 valid responses were collected, analyzed rather, and data was collected through structured questionnaires. These were not the online questionnaires, but the offline questionnaires. Data was collected by going through different universities, and measuring key variables in the questionnaire were immersion, imagination, interaction, and embedded learning, as I explained earlier. And if I talk about the ethical considerations, then students were aware about the purpose of my study, and their participation was completely voluntary basis, and their consent was being taken, and anonymity and confidentiality was being maintained throughout the research process. And for measurement and analysis, I used hierarchical regression analysis in SPSS, and in this I took emotion, imagination, and interaction as my independent variables, and embedded learning as my dependent variable. Now, if I talk about my findings through regression analysis, then immersion is the strongest predictor of embedded learning because it contributed 9.8% variance alone. In model 2, I added imagination with immersion, and it improved the variance, which is explained by the 12.4%. And in model 3, all the three independent variables were there, and the variance was raised to 13.8%. This showed that the immersion has the major impact on embedded learning. Imagination and interaction also have the impact on our embedded learning, with the major contributor is immersion. And if I talk about the regression coefficient, then immersion has the highest influence. Again, its beta is 0.313 and its p-value is smaller than its p-value is smaller than 0.001. If I talk about the imagination, then it significantly contributed, but slightly less than immersion, as its beta is 0.155 and p is equals to 0.003. And interaction played a supporting role again, as here beta is 0.122 and p is again less than 0.05. So all the three hypotheses were supported in my analysis. And if I talk about my findings, then as I mentioned earlier, like as I said ki, all the hypotheses are being supported, so all immersion, imagination and interaction positively impact embedded learning. And the most significant factor and predictor in embedded learning is immersion, as it had the highest variance, that is 9.8% of variance. And um again, if we want students to engage better and to develop cognitive sense through VR, then we must make the VR highly immersive so that they can feel presented in VR. And imagination and mental simulation within VR further support deeper learning and conceptual understanding. And uh, if I talk about the implications, then uh, it has the theoretical contribution. Basically, it strengthens embedded cognition theory by demonstrating that VR based learning is effective when it cooperates immersion, imagination, and interaction. If I talk about the practical application, then educators and instructional designers can use these insights to create more engaging and effective VR learning environments. And for policy recommendations, institutions considering VR integration can focus on highly immersive and interactive elements to maximize student learning outcomes. Then, if I talk about the limitations of my scope, then it has the limited generalizability, as my research was based on Jalandhar city only. So, I have the geographical and my research is geographically and demographically restricted. So, if in future the research has been done on the same topic, so more diverse sample should be included for broader applicability. Another limitation is self-report bias, as data was collected through the questionnaire, which was made by ourselves only. So it can be influenced by our social desirability and response bias. So in future, we can incorporate behavioral observations and performance-based assessments for more objective data, as all the data was uh, quantitative data and was results are being derived through regression analysis only. Then there is cross-sectional design, as the study captures data at a single point in time and limiting the ability to draw casual conclusions or assess long-term efforts. A longitudinal study could provide deeper insights into how VR impacts learning over time. And lack of contextual factors, the research does not account for teaching methods, academic disciplines, or student learning preference, so which may influence the effects of VR on embedded learnings. Thank you.
Uh, Sonali, your topic is AI enhanced immersive learning, is it? So, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So, what inspired your research on AI enhanced immersive learning and what key gaps does it aim to address?
Sorry, sir. Can you please repeat
W-
the question?
Yeah, Sonali, what inspired your research on AI enhanced immersive learning and what key gaps
Okay.
does it aim to address? Only key gaps.
Okay, sir. So as we all know that AI is changing our educational industry right now. As we talked about,
Hmm.
as we had a lot of researches about Chat GPT and all, my research mainly focused on virtual reality. Like if we'll incorporate virtual reality in our education system, like if I talk about the fields of sciences, medical, then
Hmm.
if the medical student will practice their surgeries virtually, they can get immersed in that particular experience and they can practically experience what they are going to do in future job. So my study was focused on that.
Okay. So how does AI help in overcoming language barriers, accessibility issues, and inclusivity in immersive education?
Sir, actually, my topic was not related to that much of AI. It was related to virtual reality, like how we can use virtual reality in in classrooms, and virtual reality can how virtual reality can be improved, like through immersion, through interactiveness, and through implication.
So
So,
language
as we
barriers
know,
will not be a part of that.
so if we'll use AI, then it can. I don't think language barrier will be part of that, because uh, AI is artificial intelligence, and that artificial intelligence is advanced enough to understand all the languages. Like most, the language that been communicated in schools and universities is English and Hindi. And even if we'll teach our artificial intelligence through machine learning about different languages, then I don't feel like there will be the language barrier between student and AI.
So what recommendation would you give to educational institutions or corporate training programs or policy makers regarding AI powered immersive learning?
Sir, I will suggest them to inculcate the VR in their education system, and their VR should be immersive in nature. Like as my research study showed, that VR, like immersion, is contributed around 9.8% of variance, which is the highest. So, if the educational institutions will inculcate VR, like virtual reality, in their studying, in their courses, then it will help the students.
And what ethical consideration should institution keep in mind when using AI to enhance immersive learning?
So I feel like the ethical considerations must be of privacy, like as uh, as VR has been. So actually, like if we inculcate VR in our education, then it should be like they should be considered, like it should be it should be according to the research learning outcomes, or the objectives learning objectives of that particular institutions. And
So when we talk about ethical consideration, we should keep in mind data privacy and security, bias and fairness in AI algorithm, digital divide and accessibility, all right, intellectual property and content ownership, human oversight and control, psychological and cognitive impact, isn't it? So ethical use of AI in student monitoring is playing more important role. AI can track student engagement, emotional responses, and their behavior patterns in immersive learning. So this raises concerns about constant surveillance, isn't it?
yes,
So
sir.
to ethically implement AI enhanced immersive learning, institutions should prioritize transparency, fairness, inclusivity, human oversight, and regular audit must be made. Bias mitigation strategies should be implemented by the universities or institutions, and they should keep the student data protective policies, which are essential to ensure that AI empowers learners without creating new ethical risk, isn't it?
Yes,
It
sir.
should be.
Yes, sir.
So these are the
Yes, sir.
ethical concerns. These are the ethical concerns which institution keep in mind. Thank you. Thank you,
Yes, sir.
Sonali.
Thank you, sir.
Sonali, also one thing more, time limit. Time limit is very much important. It has health hazards also.
Yes,
When you engage
true.
yourself in these virtual reality games or learning programs, they impact your eyes, impact your brain, because your cognitively you go into that.
Yes.
Deep thrive, because your body is not knowing that you're doing it, or actually you're because you're experiencing it. It makes you experience. So time limit and health hazards are very important factors which you should further you can do study on that. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Next.
Thank you, Sonali, for your valuable presentation.
Now, Deepika Kumari will guide us to optimization techniques for feature selection in cardiac disease diagnosis using machine learning.
Good afternoon, everyone. And respected chairs and co-chairs. Today, I am here to present a presentation on our optimization.
Yes, Deepika, we can hear you. Please continue.
I am Deepika Kumar, assistant professor. Yes, ma'am.
I think there is a
Ma'am, I am
network problem
audible.
at your end, Deepika.
Ma'am, now I am audible.
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon to everyone, and good afternoon to chair and
Kindly
co-chair of the.
present. Yeah. Share
Okay,
your.
okay. PPT. Yes, ma'am. I am sharing my PPT.
Please continue. Quickly share.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, is it visible?
No, not yet. Deepika, you're not able to present. Do you have network issues? Has she left? She's left. Then let's one.
I think network issue is there.
Yeah, yeah. So she's left, sir.
Should wait for 2 minutes.
Okay, Richa, over to you. She's left. Deepika. What?
She left, ma'am.
Okay.
Now, I would like to invite Dr. Himani ma'am, vote of thanks.
Thank you so much, sir, Dr. Deepak Bansal. It has been really our pleasure to have a person like you who's so knowledgeable and so much keen. I've seen so much keenness in you, sir, and the interest you have shown to all the participants here and in their work they are presenting. So we are very
Thank
thankful
you,
on
ma'am.
behalf of MET Business School and MET University Haryana. We all are thankful for your valuable time.
It's my pleasure, ma'am. You have invited me and given me this opportunity to interact with the young research scholars and your students also.
So
Thank you
you've
very
been very
much.
modest, sir. And all the participants, we are very thankful. It was a really interactive and very knowledgeable session. So people from different areas, they presented their papers and it was quite knowledgeable. Thank you, all of you. Thanks, all of you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Nice meeting, ma'am. Thank you.
Same here, sir. So much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for being here. Now I would like to request all the participants to turn on your camera for a photograph. All the participants kindly turn off their
Yes,
camera.
sir, left.
Yes,
Deepak
ma'am.
sir. Oh. Okay.
Participants kindly turn on your camera, please. Thank you all for coming here and presenting your paper. Thank you.
Thank you, all of you. Thank
Can
you.
can I close, ma'am?
Yes, yes, you can leave.
Ma'am, I'm here.
What?
Ma'am, give me some permission. Ma'am, I'm Deepika Kumari, last one.
Oh, yes, Deepika, you got late. Our session chair is also left.
Ma'am, give me a 2 minute only.
Huh?
Ma'am, give me a 2 minute. I will present, ma'am.
You will present. What about your PPT?
Ma'am, it is about the optimization technique for feature selection in a cardiac disease diagnosis using machine learning, ma'am.
That's fine. Please present your PPT. Beta, our session chair is already left. It's okay, fine. आप अपना वो दिखाओ मुझे. आप अपना PPT show करो. PPT present
ma'am.
करो.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Others can leave, please. You can leave. हाँ बस last है. जो आप नहीं कर पा रहे हो अपना पेपर प्रेजेंट, आप अपनी प्रेजेंटेशन नहीं कर पा रहे हो शेयर.
Ma'am, is it visible to screen, ma'am?
No. Are you not able to see? नहीं दिख रहा है दीपिका. चलो ठीक है दीपिका, better luck next time. आपका इंटरनेट नहीं आ रहा है बेटा. There is a problem with your internet.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, wait.
ठीक है.
Ma'am, wait. बोल ना, wait. Ma'am, wait.
What happened?
Ma'am, can we leave because if we don't have to?
Yes, you can leave. Please leave.
Yeah, okay.
Please.
Because I have to write the report. Yeah, thank
Please,
you, ma'am.
please.
Without बोलो, ma'am, without PPT.
Without
Sanjana,
PPT,
you
can
come
I
to me,
present?
okay? एक बार आप मेरे पास आना once you've done with the report. ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, चलिए ठीक है. Okay. Thank you, Deepika. Thank you, Richa. Thank you, Devi Priya.
Thank you, ma'am.